me. Time to hunt. Behold the dragon's fury!
Here comes the pace! Woo-hoo! Bring it on!
Come watch the great Eevee take down all the people she hates!
Poof. Time's ticking.
I will make this a horrific scene of bloodshed.
Death awaits you all!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Paladins Masters Qualifiers here, and we're in North America today. My name is Randy, joined by Hiram's Pretty Hair. Last day, man. You're right.
It goes so quickly.
It sure is. And let's check out the standings. Without further ado, get into the action for today. We have, obviously, a lot of teams vying for their spots. Astral Authority have all but clinched their positioning here in terms of 1 or 2 seed going into Atlanta. They will be invited into the Masters LAN. But AGG have a chance. A small chance, but if they play well, and if Astral Authority beat Eager to actually tie things up in second place and force some interesting things, and Panda Global as well, they have the chance to jump over AGG if they end up having the better of everyone today. A lot of things on the line.
Yeah, I mean, look at the Interlopers yesterday. They won both of their games, won the big one as well. Were able to take the 3rd spot away from Wolves Esports. AGG have some difficult matchups. If they want to stay out in front, I would say Panda Global have some difficult ones as well if they want to go for the flip-flop here, try and take first seed in the gauntlet. But yeah, like you mentioned, Eager, they lose both of their games today, and AGG win both of their games today, which could happen. I mean,
it's very
AGG
possible.
have been beating Panda Global, and if all they have to do today is beat Eager, Astral Authority a little bit in control of that fate as well. They need to beat Eager.
This is really the like AGG dream scenario, right? Because you have the team you're trying to beat facing the best team in the league currently, and then it's you.
Their fate's in their own hands.
They're in their own hands almost, you would say. So it's pretty exciting. Of course, if you like what we're doing here, you like what you're seeing on screen, you might have a chance to participate in a similar way with the Caster. This is a new show that we're producing here at High Res Studios, reality show, bringing in some contestants from around the country, and cash prize up to $10,000, trying to see who's got the chops to be a caster. And you can find out more on thecaster.tv. Should be pretty exciting stuff.
Absolutely. We did something similar like that, and the guys that won got to participate at HRX, so that could be a cool thing for you.
Yeah, never know what's going to come from it, but you know what? It's a great opportunity to get yourself out there in the esports world. I'm sure a lot of you are finding value in that just because it's such a booming start to kind of a new industry here. The other thing is that if you want to get a booming start to your cosmetics game, you can get some of these Radiant chests, which are off 30%. I don't know if that ends. Do we know if this is an ending thing, or are they just off 30%? Or
it's normally the weekend deal.
Most likely this weekend, as well as free champions this weekend.
This is when, if you're sitting on a lot of gold, this is when you want to dump it into those Radiant chests with the discount.
Yeah, because those can get purchased by gold as well. So maps are ready for the first game. We've done our promos. We've introduced ourselves, set up the scene. Well, it's time to get into the movie here. Frozen Guard and Frog Isle banned out by these two teams. Jaguar Falls will be game 1.
Jaguar Falls. Pretty strange bands, Frozen Guard and Frog Isle. Normally we just see Ice Mines, Timbermill as our standard bands. But nonetheless, Jaguar Falls game number 1. Let's go ahead and get into the champion draft between these two teams. The top seed versus the bottom seed. So Astral Authority could look to pick out some stylish stuff here since they are in a good spot to make it to the lane.
Exactly. Astral Authority not really feeling pressure here, but Panda Global, everything is on them. If they're going to even have a chance of overtaking AGG, they've got to get this win here. And it is a tall task, but it's not like they haven't been able to do it. Xenasi, formerly Xenasi, now Panda Global, have won this entire open bracket against every team participating here. They were at the top.
But they did do it. Okay, if they lose, if they get, you know, rolled again today, I think it's safe to say that they, just due to the random seeding in that first week, that was how they were able to kind of skate out with the win over everybody. They may not have been here if not for that first place finish in the first week, because they did not finish well after that.
And that's what we were saying about Interlopers as well, Nick. We were kind of saying, is it a fluke? Is this something that just went? The cards landed in their favor this time, but, you know, Interlopers proved us all wrong, and they said, no, we deserve to be here, and everyone figured that out the hard way, some people, yesterday. So, starting out with this draft seems like pretty standard stuff.
Whoa,
a very early Tyra.
Wow.
I love this choice, and mixing it up.
Suddenly this is something people are looking to take away from Astral Authority. We even saw some of Europe lean on this pick yesterday.
Yeah.
The Firebomb, a little bit underrated, I think, for breaking up a lot of the clumping that we're seeing in this meta.
Oh, my. Look at this Pip. Could this be a Mega Potion Pip?
You take his Tyra, Doseph is going to play Pip.
Could this? But I'm looking. They don't have another healer.
Cuz played that. Cuz played that in those in-houses.
Well, one of the things we were talking about, it's funny, we were having a kind of a longer discussion here with some of the pros about Mega Potion Pip, is that there is there's such a little margin of error, right? Because when the cauterize is applied, if you throw that burst heal and it gets cauterized, you've wasted it. You don't have that healing over time like Maldamba, like Ying, so you've got to be perfect with how you use it. And so Cuss, if he's going to be the main healer, he's going to have to find the right moments. They're going to have to use that half shell by Avuli to let the 1.5 seconds of cauterize tick away. He'll be running that on Makoa. And looking down at Wardoom, what his legendary will be on Barrick, it will be Fortify for him. Catalyst for Cuss Cutie at the moment. We'll see if they just decide, we don't need healing, we want to outdamage you. Recurve for Shaolin's Dosep, Shaolin, and Darkstalker for Eyedrop Bodies, Androxus.
You want to know Cass, he's going to be taking Exaction to get the dodge roll going. First blood for Tooney's Tyra.
He switched.
Taking Lifelike for Ying. Worm Jets for Kakanuk Drogos, and Field Study.
Go to Cuss
like
Cutie. He's got it.
Switch onto the Mega Potion. 2 Caught, 2 Wrecker. 2 Wrecker, 2 Caught for both teams here. Exact same item choices. All going to come down to those skill shots.
Let's follow along if we can as well with Cuss Cutie here. He's really going to be controlling so much of the pace of this game. He's the shot caller. He's the one in the back of the line, just letting them know you can fight. Got to heal in 2, got to heal in 1, and he's going to be making sure to try and keep his teammates set up. Because they got the Barrick and the Makoa, it's going to be a lot easier to hopefully stagger those shields so they can get those windows where Cauterize is not affecting them, and Cuss's heals can make a big difference. Over the back left side, 48% now for Astral Authority. The Cauterize does get applied, but he's still using that well enough. It falls to Kakanux. Damage from range.
Punch downs. You would have known, finds bodies as well. Cooley's going to go down for a 3rd time Wardoom here on the Barrick. Just backing up. Joseph's still alive as well. 54% on the point for Astral Authority. Panda Global 30% and climbing. Looking to make this zone a little bit strong. Nice fire spit coming out from range, but that's going to be healed right back up to full tuning. Trying to hold down this front line. Poke everybody off their horses.
63% for Panda Global. Boys of Astral Authority trying to get themselves back onto this point. Now with Cauterize is a little more effective. This is when Mega Potion's going to have its opportunity to shine, because 30% only before it gets to 60 and 90 is really where you're going to find the most consistent value without having to play it perfectly. Kakanuk over on the side using that thrust to just stay alive and get out and dodge. But on the meanwhile, you see Cuss finally finds his ultimate. He's able to be his own follow-up.
Nice.
No resilience. Smidgen goes down. Will Kakanuk fall as well? He will, and so, wow, Cuss getting out of the dodge here too. This is all Astral Authority, very close.
That's huge. Cuss Cutie staying alive there, as you want to know, rolled in aggressively. Not only trying to get overtime going, but trying to get that key pick off onto the healer. Goes down, punished for Astral Authority. Come away with it, but narrowly.
So with this kind of lineup, you can wonder, are they playing a little more to style? Are they playing a little bit more to just, you know, check things out, maybe try things out before the land, maybe an interesting composition here? Pip as a main healer is not something we've almost ever seen these pro teams commit to, yet we did have talks about this. We saw it happen in games that we've seen Cuss Cutie playing in some of his scrims earlier this week, but do you think this is for real? Would he bring this out on a big stage?
I mean, this team is not afraid to experiment in the draft. They're not afraid to kind of go there, and I think this is a good time to bring it out. When they're good for land, they really got to test the limits of kind of what this can do in a competitive setting before they get to land. The more pocket strats they have going into the Masters land, the better.
Of course, Side Tanks 4 are going to be nerfed a little bit in the upcoming patch, and so those kind of damage pip options going to be a little bit less viable. Maybe just seeing, hey, what can we do with this Mega Potion if we're not relying on so much of the damage from pip? And seeing if we can still control the battlefield there. And so far, so good for Astral Authority. Let's see if we can bring up some of the damage and healing numbers as well. I'd be curious to see where both of those sit for these teams as we break down the items.
Tyra and Drogo's going to be out in front of that by a fair bit. Bodies and Dosov sitting about equal with Z1 Unknown. And then the tanks and the healers following up there. Not a lot of damage from Nakoa, but way out in front is going to be Cuskew's healing. And frankly, I don't expect this to change much with Cauterize. Granted, the communication, right? Ying's healing comes out. If it's Cauterize, those bots, that is their flaw. They don't understand if someone's Cauterized. They don't understand who needs the healing more in a split decision. All they are is just perfect bots. They're just going to shoot the first target available. Whereas with Cuskewty, he can wait for the Cauterize to fall off. He can get his team clumped up to get more value out of those potions. So he could take the healing overall throughout this whole game.
And because Cauterize is applied through basic attacks, those shields, the half shell, that's going to give them those windows, right? If you have a Ruckus or a Torvald, it's going to be a lot harder for them to find kind of an escape from the basic attack barrage that will be coming from the enemy team right now. You see the Evil Mojo is popped. They find no kills off of it, though. In fact, Eye Drop Bodies does fall. Ivuli follows suit by taking down ASDF Master, the Torvald on the side of Panda Global. And here's the Dragon Punch. Kakaduk making a huge difference in this game. In all of these team fights, he's finally swung things in his team's favor.
Tooney needs to be careful here. He's getting poked extremely low, but Cuskewty around the side gets taken out by Z1 Unknown. 2 response kills very quickly from Bodies. One from Dosovs on either side of the fight. He is silenced out, though. Bodies is going to go down here. ASDF Master. New member to the roster, actually.
Yeah, first time seeing. I mean, it's hard to kind of gauge where the impact is from the newer players and where the impact is from Astral Authority being so effective. But let me tell you what, he goes with the Hyper Beam off the map, the room you can't stand in when Torvald is on the point. Yet he gets taken down by Wardoom. Crossfire coming out from the Tyra. Tooney getting his damage done, but Eye Drop Bodies follows suit and finds the damage onto the Huntress herself.
Barricade there, absorbing the fire spin. May have very well kept Ivuli and himself alive. Wardoom with actually a really clutch play here. Astral Authority just barely able to eke their way back onto the point. 90% for them. Can't give up on Z1 Unknown. He's so caught out right now. He's going to get the bubble from Torville, but there's nowhere for him to go. He's going to get taken out. There's the firebomb. They're forced in. Big Evil Mojo.
Oh, boy. Double kill. Triple. Not yet. Eye Drop Bodies takes the third, but Astral Authority take the third of their own. The objective captured, and Barrick with that 3,700 health getting healed up, battling from the shield so that Cassie's bows can't apply the Cauterize to him, and Cuskewty just sitting behind him, throwing the healing potions and giving him 2,400 health to bump back to that spot where he feels comfortable. This has been working largely effectively for Astral Authority thus far. Yet late game, we're gonna have to see. Wow, look at that burst, man. That is just nuts. They still haven't found the rhythm to shut this down with Cauterize.
He does get caught out a little bit on the railing there. Very low in the back line is Kakaduk, and Bully trying to chase him down, but it looks like he's gonna be able to get out. Just wisely backs up with Bodies, who is also extremely low. Half shell to bail them both out. Now moving forward to zone is Panda Global. Still a minute 40 remaining on the clock here. They have plenty of time to find this defense. The Dredge Anchor's gonna miss, and the Dragon Punch is ready to go, so they could look to skunk this push before it even gets off the ground.
Kakaduk's been a huge kind of, I think, aspect of them winning these early team fights, but he's thrown those Dragon Punches out probably a little early, and his team hasn't been able to keep the momentum up. Here's where you see the Dragon Punch come out yet again, just to stall, but doesn't find a lot of value. Finds Dosovs, and Dosovs was at low health, and if he goes down here, this could be trouble. Bully with a half shell will not save his life, and Kakaduk stays alive with the Worm Jets just bunny hopping to safety. A minute and 3 seconds now. Astral Authority stalled on this push.
Clean 5 for nothing. Panda Global shuts down Body's ultimate, so they get the accursed arm for nothing. Cuskewty missing a healing potion there, and it just all fell apart from there. There was no sustain in the fight after that. A big part of Pip healing with Pip. There's a Hyper Beam, doesn't get anyone off the map, but if you miss it, running reload, that's a big whip. That's like whipping your Mending Spirits without that crunch card to reduce the cooldown on a whip.
Yeah, exactly. And so, of course, Cuss Cutie most likely running the card too that will allow him to get that healing back to himself when he's healing another team mate. And look at the hook. Crossfire immediately shut down. That's the power of not having CC immunity on your ultimate. You got to be very careful about your positioning. It feels like this has just been a game of both teams seeing who can maximize their careful positioning. Can they get behind the shields? Can they group up and make sure the cauterize isn't applied? And unfortunately, Pip with Mega Potion only healing in this game served as in many ways, could be seen as just an early game bum rush, try and win 4-0 the way Astral Authority have been playing this entire time.
Absolutely, and they do just that. They get skunked in that team fight, maybe
71,000.
giving Panda Global some false confidence there, and then absolutely roll. They get that one little, you give them the inch, and they just take the mile, right? They get so much momentum off of just 1 or 2 picks there. They got Toonie, they shut down the Crossfire, which was already not about to get a lot of value, only 55,000 damage for his Tyra, getting out DPS'd by Kakinuk Drogos. But yeah, the big story here is Cuss Cutie out healing Smidge and Jing with a Pip.
By 20,000.
Nonetheless.
So definitely not something we've considered before as Pip a main healer. In fact, Pip has often been joked about and memed around the community about being a flanker and a support's body. Yet we see Cuss Cutie just switching things up and playing true to the class and honestly having a lot of success for his team and most likely throwing off the draft for Astral Authority, for Panda Global, who are just kind of like, huh? Like, so what healer are they practicing? They're just staying with Pip?
And that's the benefit of having Cuss Cutie, I think, as your support player, a guy that used to be a main fragger, and you need to bring both of those elements if you're going to heal on Pip. You need to be able to hit those shots. You don't have to be, Simsalo and direct up, impacting everyone airborne.
Right.
But being able to contribute to the team fight as well, being your own follow-up for your evil mojos, knowing exactly when to pop those is all going to be very critical to your success.
So Panda Global didn't really find the answer. I did like Kakinuk on the Drogos, though. I think he did a good job. ASDF showed some nice moments on the Torvald. Seems that he's comfortable with this pick. And so, unlike in Europe, we see Torvald still largely 1, 2, or 3 going in the draft. Now, Astral Authority, will they secure the Pip again and maybe flex a second healer if they feel like they need it? Go Catalyst Pip?
I don't see them switching up their draft really at all here. They might take the Tyra.
Okay.
It's early. No, the body's going to get his Androxus. I think that's a little bit more important. Dosips, frankly, I think we've seen a little bit more flexibility out of him. As opposed to bodies, but bodies on Androxus, it's like a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, Dosips can flex from a lot of different things, but one of the things he doesn't actually flex is Andro, typically. We do see Andro. That was where Stolzy was.
Normally will play.
And also bodies in this situation. Dosips can do the Shaolin. He can do the Cassie very well. Shaolin, he's on Panda Global.
Pip is also another one that Dosips can play. But the Tyra is still available here. I don't know if they'll take it because Panda Global haven't committed yet to the double frontliner. But the lockdown is going to be the solution. Maybe they go Ferocity as well. You never know.
That was pretty hype yesterday. If I was playing, I would say, hey, maybe we can make it happen. And Tyra yet again. Oh man, I just love seeing new picks. I love this.
I love it too.
It seems like we're about to see a Sky soon. I feel like we are on the precipice of seeing a Sky. I really do.
Maybe in a couple patches.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I feel like it's almost there. Almost there. Preparation Sky.
So almost the same composition from Panda Global here, the Shaolin being the difference maker. We'll see if that's really what it takes. Frankly, I think Z1 Unknown can have a little bit more impact on it, but Abuli on Bakoa will be running half shell. Once again, Cuss Cutie with Ferocity for the time being on Grover. Dosips for Catalyst on his Pip Ward Doom, taking 4 to 5 for Barrack, and Bodies on Androxus with Darkstalker.
So, Smidget going to be taking Lifelike Ying. Right now, Z1 Unknown, Desert Shadow for Shaolin. Extra stealth on his withdraw. First Blood for Toonie. Going to fall off late game, possibly, but early game could be very strong. Fusilot for Drogos on Kakinuk on Drogos, and ASDF Master running Field Study Torvald. 2 cauterizes though thus far on both teams. A couple of Chronoses as well for Astral Authority. 3 cauterizes now, really looking to shut down the 2 kind of semi-healers there, especially with the Ferocity and the Catalyst Pip. And Ferocity Grover just tandeming for damage. Cuss Cutie already getting impale. Has to find a safety, and he does. Good job of doing so. Not getting any ultimate charge, hitting the shield of Torvald. So he's still at 9%, whereas Tyra, she's at 38% on the enemy team. This Crossfire could come out soon.
Catalyst slow coming out here, trying to keep that Torvald with the shield as parked as low as possible. Dosips stunned up on the high ground. He's getting the response now. Here comes the Tyra and the Drogos. He's going to have to weightless away. It's the fadeaway shot, though. Nice fire spin from Kakana, keeping pressure on this double frontliner on the point right now, but lower and lower. ASDF Master, the sole frontliner for Panda Global falls.
It's very, very strong. I think that they even attempted to contend with Astral Authority.
He switched to deep roots.
It was 36 to 27. He went to the deep roots. Okay, so again, just switching things up at the beginning of the round, trying to throw them off. But right now, he doesn't need to change anything about his play style. He's hitting the axes. He's forcing the dimensional links from Ying, and she's being caught between a rock, a hard place, and a tree throwing axes at her. And that's not where you want to be when you start out at Circuit Beach. 99% objective captured for Astral Authority yet again. 5 points in a row for them. We'll see if Panda Global can stop here.
Torvald up on the high ground. Here comes Cuss Cutie.
Wow.
And actually bounces off. It's whatever, though. Does land the deep root shot. Torvald's not going to be able to do a whole lot from up here, so he's going to need to reposition sooner rather than later.
And that pressure coming out from just, you know, the pit. Tyra's is dead in the water. My goodness, there's no way. And I think that's part of the thing with Tyra against the Makoa. You have the issue where she has no way to get out of that quickly. She's got no gap closure because of the lack of mobility that she has in her kit. She's all damaged. So she's really got to fight her way through. And if she doesn't have the opportunity to do so, she's going to be done ski. 2 kills for Dosips. See you later, Smidgen and Z1. And the push continues. A minute 42 on the clock.
Early Evil Mojo coming out, but I like the play. They spot out Kakanuk as well. Does he go down? Can he take bodies with him? No. Body's going to come out on top of that one, but this is keeping the momentum high. This is spreading out their ultimates. This is what Astral Authority do so well. I think the best in North America, in fact, just keeping the pressure on constantly. And they've got another. They got the Whirlwind. They've got the Accursed Arm. And then the payload's converted, but, you know.
What?
Jesus. All right. Calm down. Round is over, Bodies. Round is over. You can stop dropping.
And he unfortunately, because he was using the ultimate to get the kills, doesn't get any ultimate recharge off of that, so he will be at 1% here. But Grover at 100%. Cuz Cutie with the Chronos too, already starting things off.
And then that's going to carry them long enough into the fight for Warden to get his Dome Shield up, which will carry them through to be able to get the Ancient Rage up. And then before you know it, Evil Mojo's back up, which carries back to a Cursed Arm. It's just never stopping pressure because they're getting value out of these at all times. They're not waiting for that like perfect conversion moment. They're just like, anytime I can hit a 2 or 3 man Momo, Dosips is going to do it. He's not going to be afraid that his teammates aren't going to be there because they're always able to follow up.
I mean, that's what ultimates are for, right? You don't need to kill 5 people. If you kill 2 and you stay alive, you went 2-0 on this team fight, as a pro, you should win. You guys should win that fight. So that is exactly what they like to do. And sometimes the willingness to go into these more frivolous ults, as they may seem, actually tend to be one of the smarter and more, I think, tactical decisions that we've seen pro teams make here. And it all just comes from a lot of confidence by these guys, willing to put their ults on the line to get the kill, to keep the momentum, to keep the mentality strong that we are better, that we are in control of this game. And they are in control of the point, 72% right now. Gus Cutie wants to get the damage, so he'll just vine through.
Getting up and getting aggressive. 90% already on the point. There's a nice impale onto Wardoom. Here's the Dragon Punch. Panda Global have got to do something, but it comes through too late. And the payload already captured. 2 ultimates go off the way of Panda Global for free.
Do want to mention ASDF, great job to actually bubble Kakanuk as he was dragon punching. Considering that sometimes the call is, hey, just burn him down, we've got damage. They didn't really have anyone who was really well, you know, equipped to do that in the air. They didn't have like a Tyra. I Drop Bodies with Androxus was the closest person to really be able to impact that. But still, the bubble basically just wards that off, gives him a free kill, dies afterwards. But for the new player, I think it's nice to see, you know, him making some good decisions here, despite their team being at an overwhelming disadvantage.
Yeah, popping the Illusory Rip, the Dragon Punch, and the Crossfire all too late. Gonna give Astral Authority a lot more momentum than they already have. Could go into the Evil Mojo here as well. There's one key pickup just waiting for it. There's the Whirlwind actually, just to keep everyone topped off for sure. Cuskity wants to use that ultimate at some point. Grover gets back onto the map. Beautiful vine there. Now a big clumping could come out. The Evil Mojo is going to be here. There's one up on the high ground. One more chicken bodies. He's looking for it. He's not going to find it in time, but Dosips is here to keep him alive.
And finding the resilience itemization here even more impactful. But obviously, when you take one thing away, you give it to another. And that just means that they've got no mitigation for the damage Catalyst Pip is bringing. And that will secure it up. One of the faster sets we've seen, but again, that's Astral Authority style. 2-0, 8-0, no contention. They will be at the top going into the lane.
5 wins, 0 loss. Still perfect. Astral Authority. And they only have one game left to play
That was
here,
the
and that's going to be against Eager, albeit the second strongest team.
Yep.
Cuscutie does think AGG have a good chance to take down Eager, though, this weekend. He was telling me that.
Well,
He's got a hunch.
Well, the thing is, remember, we said this is the dream scenario for AGG, right? I mean, you get to play Eager. Yeah.
If you want to put Eager away, you got to do it before Bomb King gets his lag compensation.
That's right.
Before
Bitey.
the age of Bitey comes.
Got a little too excited about that one, and we love the enthusiasm here on the buffs and nerfs on the patch notes. So, game one, new set, Eager versus AGG. This means so much for both of these teams. If AGG are able to win this game, they put themselves in a position to win yet again and basically beat Eager in the standings here. Tie it, at least, and force another game, a tie-break scenario. Eager, if they win this, can essentially shut down any contention for second place and clinch their guaranteed spot in the LAN. So huge for both teams. Ice Mines off the table. Frog Isle, see you later. Jaguar Falls, standard, close map is where we're starting game one.
Head on into the champion draft here. This is it. This is the big one for the day. This is contention for second place. AGG, the first pick. Will they go for the Torvald? Will they go for the Makoa?
That's
Probably
a good question.
I mean, Torvald is such a key part of Eager's strategy. Leaving it open every phase is going to be dangerous.
You know, in Jaguar Falls, you can't even fault Eager for liking an Androxus here, especially with this Torvald. I don't know if it would be too early, but I think that that's one of those picks where AGG is probably not going to prioritize. Might just be one of those free ones Eager get that allows them to have an even more filled out roster and get Stolze on that just hype carry machine, which he needs to be on, I think. We've seen them have issues though, picking up like Barrick and stuff and putting Stolze on it. I don't think they're going to go that route today. I think they really need him to hyper carry.
Entirely. They've put Bitey on Torvald in a good spot to call shots, which is kind of what he does for that team, and just bubble people and let them all do their thing. He has incredibly strong players. Arai, very strong support, and Bitey can just sit back, bubble Stolze, bubble Shady Shades, let them do their thing.
AGG, Shaolin, Cassie, Prince Danny TV does well. Both of those champions, so he's going to be able to flex on that. And Tyra picked up relatively early, I would say, for Eager, but I think at the right time because now they get to flex. Do we want a pip here?
Maybe they want to dissuade AGG from going into another tank and then being able to scoop Eric at the last second. I don't think they're going to go for it anyway.
And now they just get to see, do you go, because they have the opportunity, do we go a little bit more damage, do we go for a flank, or do we go for an Andro there?
That's normally what they've been running, right? They're 3 damage with just the Torvald.
Right.
Hopefully it all goes that way. It's going to look like it. Androxus locked in.
Uh-oh.
Who's playing what on Eager? What are your thoughts?
To me, I think we're going to see...
For Drogo's, Tyra, and Andro anyway.
I don't know, man. I think Stolze's on Andro. That's all I got to say.
That's all I know.
That's all I know.
I think you're right on that.
So here we go, guys. And we would have been probably wrong there maybe because Bitey playing Drogos wouldn't have been what I expected. Prince Danny TV will be on the Shaolin, and he'll be running Recurve for his legendary. Ripen Gourd for Bubble Boy, and on his Maldamba Fortify for Robinic. On his Barrack, Exaction Cassie for Jake B, and Half Shell Makoa for El Zulu.
Wi-Fi will be running Field Study for Torvald, Godslayer, Reversals back at it again for Stolze's Androxus, Wormjets for Bitey's Drogos, Arai taking Lifelike, Shady Shades rounding things out with First Blood, Tyra. 2 Wreckers, 2 Cots for the boys in blue. 3 Chronos, 2 Wreckers for Team AGG, the black and the red.
Very interesting here. Following along with Bubble Boy in the back line, very high mechanical skill ceiling healer is Maldamba. He's going to try and keep people just high and mighty as long as they can, but Stolze already finds a kill on to Jake B. Prince Danny TV finds Bitey, but Stolze gets a double. El Zulu able to finish him off before then, but Stolze's taken more than his weight down with him. 21% for Eager. Wi-Fi still on the objective and just keeping his eyes on his teammates, making sure he may need to throw a protection bubble onto them if they get flanked. But so far, so good. 39% for Eager.
Ooh, slow playing. It's not going to work out for him. Wi-Fi does get taken out. There goes the firebomb as well to try and dissuade some standing on the point, but a nice barricade blocks most of that off the point. Half Shell goes down as well. A lot of sustain to stand here. AGG got a lot of shielding. Here comes the rotation up already once again. Big hook, the dimensional link out is going to be good. Here comes the crossfire from Tyra trying to break this.
Lots of damage coming out. She's got the bubble as well from Torvald, but Brit Danny TV stuns her, and she takes a little self-damage from the Molotov and goes down in combination with that, and the Desert Wind's arrow. Stolze in the back line gets bubbled yet again, but he's got nothing except a reversal. He'll hit damage, but he won't get the kill. Arai will actually take down Bubble Boy as the Ying, and Bidey with Wormjet's able to follow up on Rovenick, playing the Barrack well enough so that the half shell, although here by El Zulu, is simply not enough to contend against all 4 members of Eager, who are right here ready to fight. And that is the overtime taken away.
Actually a really wise decision, I think, for Bidey, just to keep the backline salvos, to keep Makoa El Zulu alone for as long as possible. So he's got a good angle here. It's going to go into the barricade. Will be able to another step out to safety. As the cursed arm's going to go up, he's going to punish this one. Big double kill for Stolze, +1.
What an amazing bubble there coming in from Wi-Fi. He not only makes those cursed arms hit for so much damage, the 40% from field study, but he also means Stolze can stay alive. He's exposed. They try to shoot him. They realize the 2K bubble's there, and he gets 2 as well. So Stolze so far been taking 2 down with him every single time, and that slight advantage is giving Eager what they need to take the win.
155 here, Dragon Punch remaining. Could kickstart this push. JP does manage to find himself a kill. Backline, Stolze goes down. Big part of their pushes so far here. Eager just poking out, trying to win this poke battle. Gonna start the Dragon Punch. Want to get this push off the ground. Torvald Bubble's here, but it gets bursted through. Nothing for that Dragon Punch.
Unbelievable, and that is the power of the Torvald Bubble, and that's the power of just raw DPS. Bubble Boy with a nice ultimate, trying to find Stolze. Oh, the reversal from Stolze kills Rovenick. All that damage put in, and Stolze still alive at the end of the day. Another bubble onto him just to keep him safe for the time being while he regens his health. 1:15 seconds left. Both these teams fighting for their lives here. Possibly going to land, and a nice ball there is going to put Stolze under trouble.
A lot of pressure there, and the pseudo front line coming out from Stolze with this heavy reversal build has actually been fairly strong, creating a lot of space here. Needs to get this cooldown online. There's another step around, finds the angle. Jake B versus Stolze. Stolze comes out on top.
Oh my God, Stolze just playing and firing on all cylinders right now. Everybody on Eager making sure that they are not dropping a step. Rovenick, usually playing the Bomb King, finds himself on the Barrack. Getting bullied a little bit here in the backline. Stolze misses 2 rare shots, finds the second 2.
It's because they're not looking at him. That is Stolze's weakness. Just don't look at him. If he can't see you, you can't see him.
He can't. He's so good at dodging and hitting people who are trying to dodge him. If somebody's just randomly moving, it's very hard to actually anticipate where their movements will be.
I actually kind of have that problem too. You ever do that? You miss you miss 3 shots.
Someone doesn't see you coming, you sneak up behind.
You miss so bad on people that aren't looking at you that they continue to not notice you because you're whiffing so hard.
It can happen. Stolze though has not had most of that problem today. He's largely been effective for his team, as well as everyone else on Eager. Shady Shades with a couple of good crossfires, applying the pressure. Not a ton of just game-changing moments, but everyone on Eager's kind of been really keeping the effort strong for a 2-0 start.
Down 2-0. The records are coming online, though. It's going to make Wi-Fi's job a little bit harder. The bubbles will be less effective. He'll be less effective at his base level, but that's the extent of it. Nothing else really falls off that hard from Eager. I mean, you can say the lifesteal from Tyra, but they've got so much damage to carry them into and through the late game, if they even make it there.
No, Zulu's in trouble now. He's just facing against a Tyra. He knew the bait was there, but can he burst down the Torvald? He can, but Tyra might be able to burst him down as well. And 1 tank, 2 tanks get the kills. Shady Shades finally finds El Zulu, but can't finish this off. He's going for a very brave Dragon Punch, and he will get value, but he will fall immediately. And you have to wonder, would a normal rocket have done the same exact thing as that Dragon Punch just did in the corner without wasting that valuable resource? Eagerly.
Maybe he thought somebody was about to chase him into there, and he just wanted to skunk him as they came in. Nice hook, couldn't get a ride, but the dimensional link out. Too fast, too furious. 60% of the point for Eager, 39, and contesting for AGG.
Recharge not available yet, or Wi-Fi. Here's the Hyper Beam, and just to create some space and actually do a decent bit of damage. Not enough to really matter, but when it comes at the end of the day, it just throws their positioning off, Nick. I really actually like that ultimate, despite seeing it be very underwhelming in most situations. Objective is captured as a result of that, and the momentum that can swing Eager's way.
Forces them to give up their position. Doesn't have to go for the highlight reel play, which we often see on Jaguar Falls. Just that wide decision. Wi-Fi, The teams that decide to take those, like, the value down ults instead of the highlight, waiting for the highlight reel, are going to find themselves on top, I think, a lot more often than not.
That is a theme we've consistently been seeing here. And, oh boy, Record 2 melting through Rovanic's big Barrack shield. The Fortify Legendary, 8,000 on that puppy. And so it is going to be extremely effective. Oh boy, the Dread Serpent perfectly timed out in response to Tyra's crossfire because she is not CC immune during that.
Totally spread out right now. AGG are looking like they get close to being shattered. Stolzy gets up into the air, looking for some shots into the back line. Rovanic's going to be the recipient of those. Zulu falling very low. Nice impale from Prince Danny to stabilize this teamfight. Arai does continue to find picks, though. Rovanic goes down, looking for another one. Arai has actually been playing out of his mind, finds a couple of key pickups in that engagement, and has been under a lot of pressure from Dredge Anchor. I've seen him get Dredge Anchor 2 or 3 times and still be able to be quick enough to dimensional link himself out. Another Dragon Punch from Bunky. He's gonna connect, but he's gonna go down in the end.
Not sure if these are the most value that he needs, but look at this. 2, 3 wasted, 1 more. Bubble Boy, will he fall to Stolzy, who's hunting him down? Double kill for Stolzy after the ult. Will the reversal matter? Godslayer gives him a triple. Oh boy, almost a quadra there. It is a quadra by Stolzy. Finishing things off for Eager. A big win by them over AGG, silencing what many critics may have had to say, many AGG fans may have been thinking.
They got a great draft, though. I mean, they kind of got their draft. Bitey on the Drogos is a little bit strange, but like at its core, the one Torvald with their 3, comfortable damage dealers, that's Eager's strategy right now. They are leaning on this Torvald extremely heavily, timing those bubbles to get super hard hitting Accursed Arms. I mean, frankly, the most underwhelming performance, I think. I guess we'll spin this in a positive light. Arai with a beautiful performance on Ying, 19-0, only 12,000 damage below his Drogos.
Yeah,
nuts game from Arai.
Yeah, Arai played extremely well for his squad. Not dying at all is exactly what you want your healer to do. That way you have your constant uptime for your healing. So he and Eager know that they just did the right things. They need to do it one more time, though, in this best of 3 set to secure things up. Game number 2 will be going on Serpent Beach, so we'll see a kind of a mirror match here for the first 2 maps. This is an important one, Nick, and the draft can determine so much of whether AGG or Eager get the upper hand advantage.
So Eager with the first pick this time. Do they go to the Makoa or do they stick with the Torvald? This is so core to their strategy. So it's all their eggs in one basket, though. So
it is.
At LAN, if people start to figure this out and take the Torvald away from them, I wonder what Eager are going to be able to shift to.
Yeah, it does seem like they feel very comfortable.
I guess Bomb King will have his lag compensation by then, so that's what they'll shift to.
Exactly, Bomb King first pick. Oh man, when will that happen? Shaolin and Makoa drafted first for AGG. I think Prince Danny TV's felt very comfortable.
So they don't want Danny on Andro.
Yeah, I think he's felt very comfortable on Shaolin. He had one of those highlight reel performances last weekend when he was planting from long range, impale plant. In fact, the Drogos, this is to me saying, you want to pick up a Drogos, we're going to do the same thing we did to Drogos last weekend and actually just get him out of the air with these impales and plant him and kill him before he has a chance to react. So Eager, don't even go to the Drogos early.
They take the Tyra. I think that's the earliest we've seen Tyra go, except when
it's pretty awesome.
It just got first picked away from Astral Authority, but the Androxus is still here, so maybe Danny will end up on his home territory with the Godslayer. Barrack also rounding things out. Drogos still on the table. I'd be surprised if Eager don't take it.
It's almost, I think, playing into the plan.
It's not super great into Androxus, so.
I think you almost punish the Shaolin first pick by not taking it, and I like it. I do like it. They have a chance to go like Ruckus here, though, which could be crazy, but they know they can't. Oh.
They do.
Because they don't have any healing. Are you serious? That's pretty risky. I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's about to be a forehead moment?
It's not. It's
Huh. Into Tyra Victor, dude, you're gonna get shredded.
They just have no sustain. That's my issue. This is gonna be a battle of damage. But again, Nick, with Eager, they don't have the front line to contend as well. Maybe they don't need the sustain from the healing. I mean, the natural sustain does lie with AGG.
I mean,
Ruckus and Barrack and Makoa and the shields. I mean, they're
kind of.
I mean,
they gotta win this quick.
They've got to win fast.
They got to win this quick. Wrecker is going to tear this team apart because AGG are in a spot now where, I mean, this is it, right?
It's a risky
draft. I don't care that much
draft.
because this is it. Like, they've got a long way to come back in this series.
Yeah.
Their backs are against the wall, and they just go for it.
It's a risky draft.
It is.
But I like what Eager did too, and they didn't fall for the trap. They saw how Shaolin was so well against
leans
Drogos.
so much on shielding, though.
Ah! Wow. Now it makes sense. We were trying to figure it out, but looks like it was actually Maldamba, not Barrick. So
okay.
Now this makes a lot more sense for AGG. And I'm like, oh, holy.
We got trolled.
Holy blessings, please. keep this an interesting game. Didn't seem like something they would make, but you know what? Now we get the real action here. It's going to be a Rai on Life Like Ying. Gunnery. Iron sights for Stolzy's Victor. Field study for Wi-Fi's Torvald. First blood for Mighty's Tyra. And bounce house for Shady Shades Buck.
Prince standing on the Androxus yet. Select a legendary Orin item. Jake B. Flux Generator for his Ruckus. Bubble Boy taking Ripen Gourd for his Maldamba. Rovanik takes Reeker for the Shaolin. El Zulu. Half Shell for the Makoa, as well as a Corona. So he'll be able to get that shielding rotation up pretty tight. Darkstalker is going to be the selection for Prince Danny.
Trying to just get the extra nether steps. I mean, we've seen Stolzy favor the Godslayer lately, but largely a oddity in the esports pro scene here for Paladins, but he's made it work. I'm sure Prince Danny TV knows how to make the Androxus work when he needs to. Stolzy here on the Victor, wants to lay into some of these tanks. First blood already for Rovanik though, so that's not going the way of Eager. AGG starting things off well here on Serpent Beach.
Get 24% on the point. They do see a rise. Ying, Shady Shades Buck with some good positioning here. No planet available to drive that kill home. But so far, so good for AGG on the point. 54%. Stolzy on this Victor needs to get the pressure on soon.
Nice infill there. Knocks Buck off the wall. Goes to the planet. Missed it. No opportunity. Might as well not stay stationary. It's the big cost that Shaolin has to pay when he does that. Nice stuff by Shady Shades. 2 kills for him on the block. And with the Torvald, it's an incredibly strong combination. Bitey on the point here and just sustaining himself with the lifesteal.
Shady Shades is so good. Shady Shades, it's one of the most, I think, underrated players. One of the least talked about for sure. He's just consistent all the time. And then Stolzy gets picked. Somebody's got to go big, and it's always Shady Shades. He's always there to do it for his team.
That has been the case, and of course the curse of the caster.
Look at all the time he's buying.
Will always come through. I knew it was going to happen just because you said he was good. He had to die there. And of course the barrage comes out here. Oh, double kill. 1 for the money, 2 for the show. Maldamba. Actually, Stolzy nowhere to go. Rovanik picks him up with a nice planet, but it will be Eager with the point here on the capture objective, winning things to start on Serpent Beach.
All right, kept alive as well. Shell shield here. Actually, the play, given, you know, the title Grace card, the more damage you do to the Shell Shield, the quicker it comes off cooldown. So Bitey just electing not to damage that one, throws the firebomb down, but he gets pulled into a gourd. Jake B gonna be credited with that kill. Stolzy stays alive. Shady Shades come out with his life. Arai is barely alive as well. Eager. They get the value team fight. They get all the picks and lose nothing.
I mean, a good thing for Tyra and playing against Tyra to understand is that firebomb does self-damage. So if you are a Makoa and she throws it on you, if you have the opportunity to just hook her, she can't get out of it. You can shell spin right after that. She's got to walk out of that thing, and especially if there's a gourd on there as well, she's going to be in trouble. Looks like she will not fall down quite yet, but it will be 2 kills for Shady Shades in the process.
Oh boy, Buck Wild plus the field study damage. Shady Shades. Oh my God, his opponent Bubble Boy stood no chance.
And it seems
That's
like
big
AGG
damage.
show no chance right now as well. 2-0, they've got to change things right now.
That is big damage. I'm freaking out a little bit from that. Rejuvenate comes through, Resilience comes through for Shady Shades. Some interesting item choices. Wants to be able to get out of those Impale stuns a little bit quicker. So he has a chance to pop recovery, jump around, stay alive. Specifically in the 1v1 with Rovanik, I think that's the primary reason he's picking this up. Rejuvenate as well, just so his recovery can, you know, be a little bit better for him. But that actually won't affect recovery. It's only healing from other players. So just trying to help himself stay alive from Arai's healing.
And of course, you know, Bubble Boy, that Dread Serpent, always, I think, a decent reason to pick up a Resilience that can be so game-changing. And if you counter that with your items, you really take away some of the effectiveness, some of the disruption with the stun that he can have as well, that Bubble Boy is counting on with that Maldamba pick. Here on the right-hand side, you see Arai going forward with the Ying. Throws the clone out. Already so much damage on El Zulu. Abshell will not work, and he's just going to dimensional link back and give Stolzy a chance to actually go ahead and try and barrage down, and down will come the barrage. Stolzy finds two. Stolzy not going to find the third. Bitey will steal that one, but both attack down the machine gun sights. Characters will end up winning the day here. It's Team Eager 2-0, 21%. Full wipe there over AGG.
With a strong zone as well, you can see Shady Shades out there in the distance, dismounting everybody. Bitey as well, dismounting those coming off of the high ground here, so a very strong hold from Eager. And Shady Shades with this positioning, anyone that gets poked low is going to be in danger of dying. No impale stun comes through. Shady gets out. There's a Torvald bubble there to bail him out as well. These are the types of just kind of game-ending plays. When you're able to get in like that, get a kill, and survive, that's basically game over. Eager captured the second payload with the chance to close out the game and the set.
And you see those stuns flying from Bubble Boy. Shady Shades got hit by one of them, able to pop out 30% faster thanks to Rejuvenate. And although it didn't matter, the play was largely over. It just means that as a result of the effectiveness that Shady has, how effective he's been in this game, building up the zone in the forward space, Stolzy is able to free fire in the back line as well as Tyra. And with the first blood, just so much sustain coming out from her to stay in this fight. Hyper Beam not used yet. Actually, he's going to fall despite having the big advantage there to payload, and the team just wasn't caught up with him.
Stolzy's able to scoot away, and the payload, you're right, had just started pushing. Arai was just kind of out of the fight, doing the dirty work there, pushing the payload about 55–60% of its required distance for conversion. Shady Shades does get Prince Danny on the back line, eats a shot from Shaolin, pops recovery, goes around, gets the Torvald bubble as well. Big damage, 770 thanks to Field Study.
Huge plays coming out from the duo of Wi-Fi and Shady Shades, just working together, making sure that they end this chance that AGG may have had at the start to take over Eager's place as number 2, and says, no, we're not having this at all. We may have had a couple of off weeks. We may not have beaten National Authority quite yet. We've got our chance at the end of the day, and we're certainly not going to let anyone stand in our way. Ancient Rage by Makoa. El Zulu falls, though, and Shady Shades continues his riot.
Dread Serpent just for the peel, though, but still no kills coming through for AGG. There's a Hexafire trying to find something. But as Bubble Boy falls on the point, the window is open, and Eager slam it shut with that conversion.
Well, from the stats, you wouldn't have expected anything different. Both the top 2 teams take down the bottom 2 teams, which means that AGG will not be kind of taking over the second spot. But it does put a potential kind of interesting scenario here with, of course, Panda Global and AGG still having to play. If Panda Global does beat AGG later on today, then we will see a tie with them, and the head-to-head will be tie. Might be an extra set, actually. Astral Authority still have to play Eager, and if that happens, we could see the same thing there.
Yeah, so you can see it down there at the end. That's going to be the big matchup for the day. I expect a lot of trolling to happen in match number 3 between Eager and Astral Authority, but AGG, if they set a strong, their hopes for LAN aren't over yet. They need to win against Panda Global here. They need to set a big precedent here that they can stomp them out so they can have a good chance going into the gauntlet.
Sure. 30% off is what you're going to get if you want to go into game right now and grab some Radiant chests. This is a great deal if you've been waiting to pick up some chests. If you've been waiting to get a booster, now is the time. 30% off the Radiant chest. Grab a booster, get that 4th extra item for free, and make all that happen.
Guys, if you want to do what we do up here, you can sign up for the new competition, the new reality show we've got started up, The Caster, at thecaster.tv. Big old cash prize in that.
Ooh, can I be on it?
Yeah, dude. Quit.
Quit? I'm going to quit and be on it.
I want to be.
Hey!
I'm both chairs now.
All right, I'm going.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be right back with the next 2 sets.
We will, though, really. We'll see you guys in a bit.
Hey, sports fans. Pretty Hair here. Another week and another stellar performance to be highlighted in the player spotlight. This week goes out to Dosups of Astral Authority. Dosups is one of the most veteran players in the scene, and boy did he show it this weekend. Astral Authority played 4 games with Dosups playing a different champion in each of them. His experience gives him familiarity on less commonly seen characters like Pip, and only once before seen characters like Tyra. Not only is he comfortable, however, he took over the game with Tyra, finding not 1, but 2 quadra kills. We see players bring out niche picks from time to time, but rarely see them take over a game with it. Dosups is the only player to bring out a Tyra with a spot at LAN on the line, but his bravery paid off, as Astral Authority were the first team out of North America to clinch their spot at the Masters LAN. That's all for this episode of Player Spotlight. And make sure you head on over to esports.paladins.com to be the first to know about all the exciting developments in the realm. My name is Pretty Hair, and thanks so much.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Masters Qualifiers. Week 3, North America. It's the end of the end before we get to the Gauntlet and then the Masters land. My name is Rene. I'm joined by Hi-Res Pretty Hair. Before we get back into the action with our last 2 games, 2 sets of the day, we have 2 great things coming up as well. Of course, we did just mention that the chests are off for 30%. If you weren't aware of that, you get your 30% off on your chest. And there's a great TV show that we're kind of putting together we'll talk about right after this, the Champion Weekend, March 17th to 19th, meaning that you get yourself free champions.
I mean, the pro players are taking new picks, guys. Why shouldn't you? Everything is available to you this weekend only.
Good
stuff. Get your Bomb King, get your Maves, get those. Maybe the Inara, you haven't been fully convinced on the purchase yet.
Ooh.
Play her yourself. See if you like her.
Absolutely. And the caster.tv is where you'll find all the information about the caster, which is a new way for you to maybe get yourself in the highlight of the esports casting scene here. $10,000 prize.
And a big cash prize.
Some hot goodies, man. And a big cash prize. Delicious. And a $10,000 prize. And a big cash prize.
So, Astral Authority, Eager. It's going to be the next matchup of the day here. The big 1 seed versus the almost as big 2 seed.
That's right. Both these sets basically pit teams who can, if the upset occurs and goes differently than it's had in the previous games, will be able to tie things up and force basically a head-to-head set, because they'll both have won against each other, lost against nobody other. You know, basically have the same exact identical record. So this does mean a lot. Frog Isle, Frozen Guard are going to be banned away here. Jaguar Falls will be game 1. The champion draft is ready.
Let's go ahead and get into it. Does Astral Authority take the Torvald away? What can Eager take away from them? Do they first pick the Torvald? How vital it is to their strategy. They are going to go for it.
Yeah, and Astral Authority, I don't think lean on a specific champion as much. I think that's the benefit of being Astral Authority. They've got a lot more flex options, and they just feel that, you know, anything can work for them. You've actually sat in on one of their scrims, and we were able to watch some of this. And basically, the way they operate is just kind of like, what are you feeling today? What do you want? And, you know, how do you go? And, you know, obviously within the realm of picks that they feel work in the meta, but really a lot of this comes down to just feel and confidence that they bring naturally to each and every game.
And Barik and Makoa, so we haven't seen Wardoom on Makoa. We haven't seen Vuli on Drogos yet. Does he bring out the Bomb King? It's been a while since we've seen Vuli's Bomb King.
Oh, yeah, and he can bring it out. But his Drogos is nuts. But, of course, like you mentioned, he won't be able to bring that now that Eager have picked it up on their side. And they will save that as a potential flex pick. So, actually, looks like they'll actually just fall into the trap of having to take a healer here.
Yep. Because
if they don't, then this would be a very wacky composition. And it looks like Team Eager are also going to have to take a healer, so not too much to flex. They could have gone for like a Kinessa, knowing that they wouldn't have been able, they would have had to sacrifice either healing or flank pressure, but they already have the Androxus, so that was already taken off the board.
So they could go for the Pip here. It's not super great against Torvald, and he is the only frontliner. They will take it nonetheless. It is going to be good against Ying, Victor, and Tyra.
See, he's not good in the way that you're thinking with morale boost, but in the way that slow impacts him more than any other frontliner, except Inara, he is very good in that pacing of where Torvald, when he gets out of position, that slow means so much. He's got no shell spin, he's got no rocket boots, he's got no charge to get out of the way, and he's just going to have to run and take it. And so we'll see if they're able to change it up. Solskjaer's been working on that Drogos, but he hasn't figured out which one he wants yet. I would expect Worm Jets, and that is what he goes for. The flight speed here on this map, very important. Field study for Wi-Fi's Torvald, Gunnery for Bidey's Victor, Lifelike for Arise Ying, and First Blood for Shady Shades Tyra.
Cutie has Catalyst selected at the moment, but I wouldn't be surprised if he switches on to Mega Potion. Half Shell for Vuli's Makoa, Wardoom with Fortify for Barik. Dosups on Shaolin's going to have Recurve, and Bodies on Androxus. We'll have Darkstalker and a Cauterize. 2 Cots, 2 Wreckers for Eager, as well as a Chronos for Wi-Fi's Torvald. He did go towards the Mega Potion towards the end there. 2 Cot, 2 Rekka, and 1 Chronos for Astral.
Hope you're not getting caught out by this this debate that Guscutie seems to be trying to pull on these players, especially after being aware that this is the case and exposing some secrets. But those secrets are paying dividends right now. Wardoom finds a kill onto Stolze early on. That's a lot of damage they hoped would stay on their team in this team fight. Ivuli picks up one as well. And Shady Shades and Wi-Fi look like they are both down. Mega Potion not able to really be mitigated right now in the early game. And Astral Authority, they're all about those 4-0s.
66%, 69 and climbing. Astral Authority, total control right now. Eager just trying to get back in, just trying to break this. Impel Arrow is going to miss on the Torvald, so he will have the chance here, but he's eating a lot of damage right now from this Wrecker and this plan. And Wi-Fi does go down. Shady finds Ivuli, and Cuscutie will fall to Arai as well. So Eager, they're back in it.
Nice positioning, though, by Dosups to stay alive. It really did like, because most people thought he would have gone and withdrawn into that corridor, but he doesn't. He goes back out into the open space. A little more dangerous, but once he gets around it, able to heal back up with his team. 72% for Eager. Astral Authority just have to put their toe on the point and initiate the overtime. The shield blocks Stolze's rocket, and that is a big deal. But as long as Stolze's in the fight, there's a chance. 99% though, and I don't know if they just have the guns to run in there. They may concede to give this up. In fact, it looks like they do.
Double kill here. Bitey goes down as he's trying to exit. And the big thing here is Stolze's not getting a lot of damage on the Drogos because he doesn't have his Dragon Punch yet. 2 minutes into the game, did not have his Dragon Punch charged up. Actually got beat to his ultimate by Shaolin and by Victor.
Oh yeah.
So the shielding, running through the shielding is being difficult right now for Eager.
Sometimes we see the Dragon Punch charge 100% in the middle of a team fight on the first round. And yet to have it is a big sign of how that doesn't work out for him and how this game hasn't really panned out. Of course, he was the first player to get picked by Wardoom at the start of this fight. So obviously, very, very crucial stuff. Makoa is going to be able to land those hooks and put people in a world of hurt. And the solo front line of Torvald hasn't shown to be as effective as they've seen in previous games. There's the Evil Mojo coming out from Cuscutie. Ivuli will find Bitey here. And look at this slow. It will do a lot of damage, but won't find any kills yet.
Big damage in the back line. Shady takes bodies down as well. And that Evil Mojo, the first off the mark for the day from Astral Authority. 3 kills for nothing. Eager stabilize. Look like they want to chase Wardoom down as well. Stolze actually just going to back off of that one.
Stolze on a 4-streak on the Drogos. Not typical for him to play that type of champion. More of like the hit scan, Leandros. You know, you see him even sometimes going on the Cassies. Really does love to be in the meta with whatever pick it is. He's gone to Eevee. Whatever he can hold W and make hot plays with is really where we find Stolze living and dying. And of course, Lex going to be a great introduction. We can see that probably fitting the playstyle, but right now he's got to make it work on Drogos, who's been so meta lately. And he's taking the task on himself. I drop bodies though, taking the typical Androxus and showing a few tricks with it.
Very low in the corner. Wi-Fi's got nowhere to go. He's going to be slain by I drop bodies. Ursa's ready. Arai's just going to hide behind his clone to keep himself alive, but the conversion comes through from Astral Authority nonetheless.
Wow, he had 1 health. Oh boy, he got all the way down there. Was able to never step, get some healing, and keep it on moving. 33 seconds for them to start making decisions. Astral Authority find themselves in a similar spot. 2-0 and Eager staring at this game like deja vu. This has happened before, but we need to change it up. What do?
Level 2 offensive items should help. Hopefully Stolze doesn't get picked right off the bat here. That was a big factor in allowing Astral Authority to get set up and just create more space, alleviate a lot of pressure off of that team fight. Stolze's going to be the biggest punish to this double front line. Tyra and Victor are going to do what they can, but they don't have the angle to get over those shields the way Drogos does.
It's going to be important for everything to work for Eager. They need to find a pick. Last time they got picked going into this, so we'll see if the approach is different. I drop bodies on the left-hand side, looks for a flank, catches Torvald out up in the air. No accursed arm yet, but they've isolated Torvald, and you know with that explosive flash, he's not going anywhere. Oh boy, that is just exactly what they wanted. And again, Astral Authority, typical of them, just snowballing it. Dosup stays alive, 73 health for Shaolin, and he has not fallen yet. Those are the things that could come back to haunt you, Eager. And Astral Authority, again, in command of this point.
Dropping the dome shield as well, just to keep himself safe, just to keep the remaining fleeting members of Team Eager on their toes. Unable to pressure that one out. 48% and continuing to climb. Astral Authority in control of the point. There's a big hook again on the Wi-Fi. It's going to be isolated. That explosive blast slow, you mentioned it. It's so impactful. But Torvald will be able to escape for the time being. Actually picks up Dosups in the backline. Ancient Rage is here to hack the rest of that HP down, but a Dragon Punch says no more. Stolzy takes him out.
Eager as Shady Shades and Stolzy firing on all cylinders right now, so they've got to stop this Astral Authority if they want to stay alive. It's 3-3 here, but the health battle is definitely in favor of Eager currently. They've got 78% on the point. Wi-Fi with the Hyper Beam onto Dosips very quickly was able to just knock him off the edge at the beginning of that fight and change things up.
Wow.
You see here overtime taking it away, but this time Eager largely in control, but Wi-Fi will fall, and that's their only frontliner. This could be huge. Not sure they have enough to deal with the pressure now, and that's an Evil Mojo. That should just seal the deal. Stolzy will fall as a chicken, and Astral Authority will take 84% counting and clearly get this third objective.
Arai got very aggressive there to actually try and confirm the kill on a Cuscutie and fell at the very start of that fight. So Eager did not have sustain for that whole time. Interesting decision from Arai. Cuscutie gonna hit the emo. 2 minutes remain on the payload push. Eager only have the barrage available to them, whereas Astral only have the accursed arm to him. It's gonna come down to the ball. It's value from these two ultimates. Here comes the barrage on the clump, but immediately spreading out. No kills for this barrage.
Not easy to find the value there, but I drop bodies with a reversal is gonna hurt. Body jumps up as the victor, finds the damage there. Shady Shades and him combined to finish off the God Slayer, and so they will fall. But Cuscutie here with the pressure is just going to be too much, weightlessing into battle. And though Bitey will receive a shield from Torvald, it will not last long enough to get him out of dodge. This could be a 4-0 if they continue this momentum. Ultimates on the board, Nick. Only a cursed arm for Astral Authority, but the Evil Mojo and the Dome Shield are really close.
Somebody from Eager is actually way there in the back. Arai actually able to dimension link. I think it was him. Here comes the accursed arm. The Dragon Punch here. Someone's got to go down from Astral Authority. Can't afford to miss this one. Bodies will be the recipient. So still 2 frontliners remain here for Astral Authority. Is it going to be enough? The Evil Mojo comes out looking for kills on it. Looking to confirm anything, but no further kills will fall. Dosips gets the rise. He comes back into the fight. Dome Shield down, trying to stabilize. Astral Authority don't have a lot of gas left in the tank.
Stolzy's still alive though, and oh man, he has stayed alive this entire time. But Dosips goes down thanks to Shady Shades' crossfire, and Shady Shades comes in, makes a big play with a big ultimate, and changes the swing of things, as well as Stolzy staying alive and just hiding in the back, forcing Dosips' eye to turn to him, using the withdraw early so that when Tyra came through with the crossfire, he had nowhere to hide and run. They will find the kill though. Arai will take down Dosips, and it is 37 seconds left. There's still plenty of time for Astral Authority. They're right back at this, ready to push.
Arai, 2 kills in this engagement already. Stolzy will go down, but there's too much damage. These frontliners are too low. Arai, another kill. Actually, 3 kills in this engagement. Arai with another one. Ying, hypercarry, let's go.
And she is running lifelike. So this is just great positioning and great plays by Arai. And we've always noted that his positioning, not only on Ying, has been phenomenal, but just in general as a healer has been fantastic. But you know what? You can't do anything about getting caught out with an Impale Arrow on Shaolin going into Planet at that moment. He just got the sneak on you. And look at this, Cuscutie is here as well. He will fall, but he luckily takes over the overtime right before he dies. Recharge coming out from Torvald, taking the shield, but he gets pulled by Avuli. But Avuli will fall thanks to Shady Shades yet again. Dosips is here with a double kill for Shady Shades. The triple kill will not. The triple kill for Shady Shades. Another huge play by the Tyra man, and he will keep going on a Tyrant. Give Team Eager their first point of the day against Astral Authority in a long time.
Beautiful stuff there. 4 ultimates available as well for Team Eager to take in this fight, whereas Astral Authority have only got the Ancient Rage to the name, but they're getting close on the Evil Mojo and the Accursed Arm. You see the caught 3s coming out for Cuss and 4 bodies. Arai's got his online. Bitey, a little bit off the mark there. A couple resiliences coming out from Shady, Bitey, and Wi-Fi, just trying to diffuse a little bit of this Evil Mojo pressure. It's going to be very important. Shady Shades, all 4 of his item slots now filled with the morale boost and a life rip for his luxury choices.
This game already extended. Astral Authority already putting up more of a fight than they've had to in any other set in their probably recent memory. 4-0s, 4-0s are all they understand, and so now 3-1. We'll see how they react. Will they continue this pressure? Will the confidence stay the same? Shady Shades has been the problem, and iDrop Bodies look to be trying to seek him out, but you know what? First Blood's going to allow him to actually get that health back. Even in these poking long-range engagements, iDrop Bodies going to have to find a pick onto him, yet they have not found the answer.
2 kills coming through. There's the Evil Mojo as well. Bodies will find a 3rd kill in this engagement there for 4 to 5.
There it is.
Oh my my God, Shady Shades, just too much health in front of him, surging forward, clean, 5 for nothing.
And that crossfire becomes exponentially better when you have the lifesteal on the weapon shots, right? Because you just increase that DPS so far and by so much that when you actually, huge whiff there from the Accursed Arm, but when you actually are able to use it at that high range, it's almost impossible to kill you as long as you're able to stay firing, but you get CC'd there, and she draws the attention. Astral Authority end up taking game 1 here over Team Eager, but not without Eager putting up a big fight at the end.
A big Dredge Anchor actually cancels out the Hyper Beam, allows Astral Authority to stay on the point. Beautiful little window there. The shutdown in Torvald, we rarely see it,
but it can happen.
But there it is.
It's one of those things that doesn't feel good as a Torvald.
No, not the Gord. Body's going to whiff his ultimate as well, so nothing gained, nothing lost. Astral Authority come away with the win there, 44K for the Androxus player. Top damage, though, Dosups. Once again, Shaolin comes away with it.
And moving into the next patch as well, which is interesting. Mako losing the CC immunity on his ult. Used to have 2 ways to counter Torvald. He could do the hook, or he could actually drop and do the immunity. 12 deaths
on the Victor, still out-damage Stolzy's Drogos. That's a big weakling for them. Eager they need a good Drogos player.
Absolutely.
That's so key in Europe and frankly for a lot of teams in North America. That's going to do it. Number 1, head on over to the map screen and see where game number 2 is going to be on Serpent Beach.
Serpent Beach.
Serpent Beach.
Ants on the Serp Beach. We're ready to the champion draft here. Get into game number 2.
AA with the first pick. Do they steal the Torvald? No, they're going to go into the Makoa here. They like it too much. I think if they take Torvald, Team Eager will probably take Makoa. Wi-Fi's Makoa is very strong, but Torvald just that staple of their strategy right now. The 1 protects the 3 damage carries.
Looking for possibly a Drogos here, but they will secure the Tyra early up. Shady Shades had an excellent game on that one, so it does seem that they want to prioritize that again. Eye drop bodies less impactful on the Androxus as we had seen prior for Astral Authority, but still a decent pick on this map. Does well. Could see them going into that as well as maybe another frontliner. So Barrick is going to be the choice, and there's the Androxus.
Everything they want so far. I think Astral Authority aren't super afraid of the Tyra. Everybody just wants to get Dosups off of it after the performance last week. That player just completely putting this character in the spotlight.
Absolutely. We might see another spotlight kind of player champion combo, Cuskity with the Pip here. I could see that because he actually controls, we saw Simsalo do it as well with Interlopers. He controls the upper bridge right when you get to the point of Serpent Beach, and you can stand on that and shoot down, and you can also control the left-hand side of the bridge or the right-hand side, depending on where you're coming from, very, very well, because you're shooting down, and that's just a natural advantage for Pip. And the huge CC in an area, as you see there, Astral Authority decide, yep, we like that strategy. We'll take the Grover as well. A lot of potential lockdown, a lot of potential damage coming out from those supports.
Yeah, you see double frontline, you see double support, but every one of those frontliners and every one of those supports does a lot of damage.
Sure.
And actually brings a fair amount of control with the slows, with the evil mojos, with the roots, with the dredge anchors.
No!
It's all good stuff. Eager's
hey,
back
man.
Against the wall.
Yeah, I just said it was going to be time for Sky to... Did anyone just hear that?
Bro,
can we click that? And can we go here? They're not
dude.
trolling, man. Sky
It's
is
Stolzy.
way better than a lot of people think. I'm telling you.
This is a terrible comp for Sky as well, dude.
It is a bad comp, but what I'm saying is, in the right comp, I still think she could be viable.
You got 2 flankers against double frontline, double support.
I think if you switch the Grover for the Maldamba, this comp actually does kind of work. I'm not going to lie. She's a tank shredder, though. We'll see how it works. Rampant blooming, which is not what Kuski's going to stay with. That's my bet. Half shell for Avuli on Makoa. Fortify for Wardoom's Barrick. Catalyst for Dosum's Pip. Dark Stalker for I Drop Bodies.
Preparation for Stolzy's Sky, as well as the Cauterize. A ride to experience chosen for Maldamba. Wi-Fi with field study for his Torvald. Bitey. First blood for his Tyra.
Cuskity switched to Frosty. Or Deep Roots. Look at that.
Roots.
Yep. So he
Bounce
switched.
house for Shady Shades Buck. What else? Into
All
the back line goes Sky here, looking for it. Opens up, but all her damage is quickly healed away.
Oh,
And
first
she's
blood
blasted.
there. And of course, she just got taken down.
Oh my god, I didn't see that coming.
Astral Authority, 51% here on the point. and they have definitely taken command out of this. It's just, they went straight to the objective. There was a long time trying to set things up, but with this deep roots Grover, it's going to be hard for these flankers to really have a moment of respite. Stolzy's there, he's finding Cuss. Will he get the kill? Uh-oh, not going to find it yet. Stolzy going to have to go back
More
in.
damage, Cuss. He's getting low, but he gets taken down once again. Stolzy still yet to find a kill on the sky. A little bit of a struggle here. 2 kills for Eager, though. Husk is going to fall. Bodies is going to fall. Wardoom and Wi-Fi battling out. Wardoom coming on top, chasing down into the backline. Dosups comes away with another kill.
Very, very kind of odd draft here from Eager.
They're just having fun. There's nothing really. Eager's still going to make land, even if they lose this game, so not really too worried about it, I would think.
Yeah, well, 2 different opinions here. I don't know. I mean, I think first or second place actually ends up mattering. So that's just, you know, for me, whether they think they're trying something different or having fun, you know, whether you take the foot off the gas here before you get into land, I think it's not something I personally agree with, considering that every moment counts, and every time you have to practice against another great team that you're going to face and you're with your team, you want to make the most out of it. So
right, but it's the difference between facing Burrito or District 69 from Europe, right? So, I mean, both of those
from a standings perspective,
kind of equally scary. So it's like, that's kind of a rock and a hard place, right? Because you're not super pumped about fighting either of those teams.
No, absolutely not. Both teams from Europe bringing so much to deal with, but they seem to be not firing at all. Whatever the comp is, it just seems like nothing is working. Stolzy finally finds a kill on the eyedrop bodies, and what a mayhem kind of game here. It's just everyone's dying that we're looking at, so there's just a lot of kind of confusion on the battlefield right now. Astral Authority still in command, though. That is the case, and Stolzy and the boys of Eager have found a way to at least hold for now, which is much more than they did prior to this.
Nice quarter, Orion. Stolzy's gonna stealth up here. Gonna look for one. Who's it gonna be? Will it be Bodies? It will. Opened up on. Not enough damage here, and he goes down again.
Absolutely just annihilated by the explosive blast from Pip. And the smoke screen's not going to save you there. But here is the shotgun sniper in the backline. Shady Shades has Buck Wild. When will the perfect moment be? He's going in on eyedrop bodies, trying to find a kill. He will. And again, the stabilization seems okay. A lot of people distracted. There's a time bomb. Will it pick up any? Stolzy will find Wardoom there with that and give a little bit of room. Yet the healing still too strong. Nice protection bubble by Torvald. It's going to keep Shady alive. And in this fight, that could be a big key to this defense.
Let it be known that Wardoom was the first one to get killed by a competitive toxic time.
Let it be known. You can write it on his tombstone, but he's very much alive in this fight and has been. Most of Astral Authority trying to contend here as much as possible against this kind of odd lineup that Eager have brought together. Left-hand side, actually Shady doesn't see Evuli hiding there, and now he does. Look at that Torvald bubble, keeping this guy alive for just a little bit longer.
Up onto the high ground, is going to spot Bodies here. The reversal's not going to catch much. Shady Shades will come out on top of that Wi-Fi. Sitting on this payload, making sure he doesn't get anyone backdoor. Sky just stealthed up on the bridge, looking for an angle onto someone. 34% back on the toxic. Time bomb goes down again. Dosups comes out on top of the Sky 1v1, of course.
A lot of pressure there onto the Sky. Whenever she pokes her head, she's just not able to get out of it very quickly. But overtime is here, and despite all of this jank and this weirdness, we've seen Astral Authority not be able to be as successful with the push as before. And if they're able to finish this off here, it's going to be largely because of Wardoom's consistent damage in the back line. Despite all the bubbles he's been able to do. Oh, here's the Hyper Beam. Tries to find something. Overtime still not ticking away, though.
Oh, shield comes out before Wardoom. Stolzy actually squeaked in there, takes him out. Dosup eating a lot of damage. Stolzy getting these constant cooldown resets. Will finally go down. But Eager defend and tie things up 1-1.
1-1 here. So despite the lineup, they've defended better than they did on Jaguar Falls, and they've defended better than most people here against Astral Authority. So it is a 1-1 game, and this game will be interesting as we get into the late hand parts. I wonder if any adjustments will be made. And here are the items coming out for round 2.
A lot of resilience is here to combat not only the deep roots, but the explosive blasts and the evil mojos as well. So all of Eager are going to be prepared for that. That could help swing. I mean, that's a lot of lockdown that's not going to be there down. Bodies and Dosups getting the cauterized 2s online. Wrecker 1s across the board, and Kronos 2, in fact, for all those top 3 members of Astral Authority clashing now with those late game cauterizes online.
Fighting here with the Tyra. Oh, gets hooked in, and that's a big problem. You see there, Crossfire, he's just trying to use Life Rip to stay alive, and in fact, he will at least find one kill off of that. And now Stolzy in the backline. Oh my god, the anti-healing coming out from the Poison Bolts means the Cuskewty will fall largely. And I Drop Bodies and Dosups will pick up 3 of their own. And with Wi-Fi going down as well, both teams just seem to not have taken much point on the objective, but now found their kills, and it will be Astral Authority in the lead yet again.
Long range explosive blast comes out here. Will hit Shady Shades. Body's able to tag him a couple times. Cauterize now is the buck. 402 fighting it a little bit out of his effective range here. Body's on a 5 streak, trying to stay alive. Just want to combat the buck. Here comes the time bomb again. Nothing for it. Will scare everybody off the point.
Trying to get a kill too. He just hasn't been able to find the eliminations. That Preparation Sky just hasn't worked out in terms of getting those eliminations right when he wants it. You can see it's almost there, but just the see the area damage coming off. Nice bubble there by the Torvald, but it will not save the life of Maldamba, and Stolzy will fall yet again.
Poison Bolts! Got him! Dosups goes down to the Poison Bolt dot, but Astral Authority will capture the second payload of the game here. Not going to get anything in that reversal, but Bodies has the support of his teammates, so Shady Shade is just going to bow out of that one.
So again, kind of a wild, wild west approach here to this game on Serpent Beach, and you know, despite Astral Authority seeming to have the much better presence on the point with their 2 pseudo healers that are actually healers, their 2 tanks that do quite a bit of damage, and of course I Drop Bodies able to flank in tandem, you know, against Team Eager's solo Torvald, and you know, they're 2 flankers in this kind of weird damage support combo that they've got going on. The push has been a little hard for them to keep up.
Absolutely. Wardoom still continuing to hold it down here. Abuli is here as well, but a nice firebomb from Shady Shade is going to put a lot of damage, a lot of percentage-based damage onto these tanks and dissuade Dosups from pushing any more forward. Does have the Evil Mojo available to him. Hyper Beam and Crossfire ready to go for Eager, and Astral Authority, they're just sitting on the Evil Mojo to try and kickstart this push.
And I think that's the thing. When the push is here, when you see the zone, I think that's where Stolzy, this lineup, right, gets a little bit more effective because she wants a single target. She doesn't want to fight against a group of people where a Pip is there able to explosive flask her. Look at this Hyper Beam. See you later. He's still going to try and get some damage. Wi-Fi gets 3 off of that Hyper Beam. Stolzy finds the other. Man, this hold, whatever Eager are doing, is working. It's working.
Highlight, I would say so. There you go. Highlight Hyper Beam comes through, buys Eager a free defense, but Astral Authority strong as 5 again. Cuskewty just jumped off the mat, surging forward now. A lot of Eager out of position. They're going to have to come back in with no Hyper Beam to punish Astral Authority for this positioning this time.
Wow, didn't cover that left side flank. Here is a big Evil Mojo, but Resilience is there. We'll pop him out alive. Here comes the Crossfire. Immediately goes into the whirlwind, and Dosups and Bodies find 2 kills on top of it. Wi-Fi will fall. Wow. Bodies will find 2. 3 kills in the fight for Bodies. That's a full wipe on Team Eager, and this looks like it could be a 3-1. Just getting caught outside, over zoning, unfortunately. And now I think they might just give this one up.
Now running forward, Body's going to go down as well. Unable to find a conversion here. This toxic time bomb on top of the payload. We'll find Wardoom again.
Oh my god, no way. If they get Bodies out of this, that's a natural predator for a lot of these flankers here. Wi-Fi will fall, and boy, used the time bomb, didn't get the value out of it.
I mean, you killed Wardoom twice, which is it's a nice thing to say, I guess. I'd be happy with that. More resilience coming through here for Eager, hitting the level 2 mark. Stolzy actually picks up the Master Riding as well to try and get the jump on somebody, come from where you wouldn't expect him. Rejuvenate for Shady Shades, another life rip for a Bitey, and more healing, a couple resiliences, one for Wardoom on the side of Astral Authority. He's the first one to go into that. Some healing choices as well. Bodies has picked up a life rip and a kill to heal for Dosups.
This heavy lineup right now having a tough time against this flanker pressure, and Wi-Fi kind of have too many targets now to just be bubbling and trying to get their damage up. It will be very interesting to see the approach that they take, Eager, to try and, you know, kind of capitalize on this objective and get the win. Taking the upper rafters here as well. Immediately a Dread Serpent to try and shake things up. No time bomb to follow up on it. Here is the Dome Shield, and it will give them an extra probably 10% on the objective before Eager can start rushing back into fight. Stolzy caught in between a rock and a hard place, and oh boy, the damage from Wardoom is very, very potent from range. Dosups and Cuskewty will find 2 kills on the Biden and Solzy, and now they've lost so much DPS. Cuskey can just run rampant here.
Oh, Shady Shades does find the kill onto Dosos. Body's trapped in the corner, but the life rib's actually keeping him up here. Every shot that he lands, getting 50 or 60 health back for a double kill. 4 Bodies now surging forward, looking for Biting. Tyra's gonna find it. 93% on the point. Astral Authority come away with the win.
And it all changes in an instant. A 2-0 push turned into a clinical objective fight. And unfortunately, all the Sky fans out there, it didn't work this time around.
Your time has not yet come.
The time is not yet, but I think this is a sign of things to come.
Would you say that time's ticking for their time?
I really think time is ticking for Sky. And I think if you have a little bit more setup, right? I mean, if you have like the Deep Roots Grover on the team with Sky, you isolate someone, she just right clicks, headshot, head. I mean, that damage is absolutely nuts, but they didn't have any legitimate setup. They didn't even have the Makoa to like work with and bring to Sky. She had to go for everything. Little too tanky there. A lot of fun to see though for the viewers and the commentators, and just to kind of get her into the competitive scene. We could say that we saw Sky, and she was played in the Masters qualifiers.
We saw her kill Wardum twice with the time bomb. I'm not gonna let that go.
52k damage.
Wardum actually almost pulled top damage on the team.
It is the life of a barrack.
Cool stuff. Troll game, fun picks. Not a whole lot on the line, just seeding at the LAN. Both those teams already confirmed for LAN.
Yeah,
so they're more than happy to have a little fun with it.
Yeah, and they know each other as well. They're former teammates, and kind of putting pride on the line for something that I think, you know, maybe they don't want to put pride on the line for quite yet, knowing they got the big deal up into April. And they, you know, also from the idea of maybe taking it easy too, you could say that maybe they're trying to hold back some strategies that, you know, if they were really going hard trying to win, they may, you know, give a chance for Astral or Eager to counter by the time they get here in April when the big money is on the line. So finally, second set of the day, we've got AGG versus Panda Global, and these guys, they're taking this seriously because, well, it means so much to both of them. None of them are guaranteed a spot in the LAN, but here I would say in the gauntlet, seeding is of utmost importance.
Just one less set you got to win. Bands are set. We are ready for the final set of the Masters qualifiers. AGG versus Panda Global. Game number 1. Champion draft going to give AGG the first pick.
So taking the Torvald here. Panda Global have a chance to respond. And, you know, we've seen Makoa. Obviously, the Drogos is a second pick. Sometimes you can go for the Barrack for super tanky. Sometimes the Shaolin makes a lot of sense here. But the Androxus will actually be what they select. First things first. Maybe taking it away from Prince Danny TV, but he's been prioritizing the Shaolin lately.
Yeah,
so
they've been putting him on Shaolin.
I don't know.
I expect that they'll take that.
Weird.
Weird Barrack still on the table if AGG want to run it, and they will scoop that up.
Now, this could be a funky thing where they take, so they don't have a healer, right? So they know they got to take a healer, and they might be able to take a flank. But if they don't,
Drogos is still here.
Like if they take a healer and like a Drogo, I'm just saying. I mean, this we've seen the Kinessa baits happen this way, right? You got your whole lineup. You don't need anything. You keep your last slot open. And AGG now, if they don't draft a flanker, you start to question like, well, who's actually going to go after? You know, if you grab a Ruckus
I would love to see it. I would love to see Bubble Boy play it.
I think it's possible, man. I mean, this is the draft. This is how you draft a Kinessa, right?
Where are we? Serpent Beach or Jaguar?
One of them.
Can't remember.
I don't know either.
If it's Jaguar,
we've only played on both of those. They're on Serpent Beach, actually.
Yeah, either of those maps. Like if this was like Frozen Guard, I think Panda Global definitely would have pulled out the Kinessa.
But the Tyra's good here. Serpent Beach as well.
I love seeing Bubble Boy get to play it though too. He's a really good Kinessa. And
he was flexing on the Drogos the other day on this team, so you know they clearly are okay with switching roles, and it all comes down to this set. So game number 1 out of this best of 3 set, starting now between AGG and Panda Global. Panda Global at the bottom, trying to tie things up with AGG and take a win and force a tiebreaker set that would allow them to decide who goes into the 3rd place slot and who goes in the 4th place slot, and especially going for the gauntlet next weekend. That will matter quite a bit. Prince Danny TV, recurve for his weapon, legendary. Ripen Gourd for Bubble Boys Moldamba. Gunnery for Jake B's Victor. Fortify for Rovenix. Barricade and El Zulu with Field Study Torvald.
Z1 Unknown on the Androxus taking the Godslayer. The reversal route is where he will go. Smidgen finds himself playing Lifelike Ying. Tooney takes the first blood Tyra. ASTF Master is going to have Pluck for his Makoa. Kakana taking worm jets for his Drogos. 3 cots coming out of the gate for Panda Global here, as well as 2 records.
His first blood Tyra meta is very interesting. You know, I think people are just valuing the sustain, but look at that. Prince Danny TV says, I value the damage. He's going to get an impale and find a planet out onto his enemy Kakanuk there, who's been playing a fantastic Drogos in the previous sets. But AGG come away with it again. Panda Global experience AGG having the better hand in this set. And so far, it's gone exactly the same way here on Serpent Beach.
JP putting a lot of damage into this Makoa, forcing him back before the fight even starts, dismounting a lot of damage onto Z1 Unknown's Androxus as well. That catches the grenade though. Big reversal could come out. Will not connect on anyone. Fire Spike comes through. One more shot's gonna do it, but Rovenik saved by the bell here. Bubble Boy comes around and takes out his main threat.
Huge stuff there coming through by AGG, just supporting each other and keeping both tanks alive and the healer. And now objective captured. El Zulu finding Smidge and Jake B trying to finish off the Drogos. He's got a grenade. He might try and throw it up in there, but it seems like he will just fall back and let Kakanuk escape with barely any help. Kakanuk again free firing here, just trying to bring down Rovenik's shield, but boy, that Fortify gives him a lot of uptime.
Salvo is primed and ready to go. First ultimate of the game has been charged up. Jake B on the Victor, hitting the mark first with Barrage. Swako's extremely low. He's going to come around the corner. He's going to pop it onto the Ing that just dropped off the high ground. Smidgen, the bit of a misstep there is punished for it. Big grenade damage comes through as the field study amping that up to 1,050 damage. Another grenade onto the high ground. Jake B's going to be hooked at. No protection available there. Was on cooldown and he will fall. 2 picks already for Panda Global.
Zulu's got to be careful about this one. Doesn't have the silence. Tyra could burn him down, and his ultimate's almost here. If he does bait them, though, maybe the Hyper Beam could work, but no, he will get taken down by Toonie, who has largely adopted this Tyra. We have seen some incredible Bomb King plays coming out from this man, but it just seems like Tyra's been the pick here of the day. And so everyone showing their skills on it. Cauterize 1 for her, just trying to reduce some of the healing when anyone on the side of AGG gets hooked up by Bubble Boy's Maldamba. But Toonie already with another nice grenade will finish off Rovenik.
Sandy coming through, landed off to the side, doesn't find a kill for it. Kakanuk finds Jake B. Panda Global holding strong here. Fire Spit will connect onto 1. Dragon Punch is fried, looking for this Torvald who has found himself all alone.
See ya!
Zulu falls down.
Nice stuff there by Kakanuk. 4 streak for him. And the defense continues. Panda Global trying to hold on for dear life, for dear seating. And of course, there's the dome shield as well. Kakanuk getting away, but he's just under so much pressure. Salvo to turn things around, and here could be Toonie trying to finish up what Kakanuk started. He will get the kill with the crossfire. Rovenik, though, will take down Toonie in response. Dread Serpent's available for Bubble Boy, and as long as he can stay alive, this is almost a secured push. And there it is. There's the damage. Bubble Boy takes down Z1 Unknown. Here's the Hyper Beam. Keeping him alive is Bubble Boy. Still El Zulu. Not able to bubble him back. And though they've wasted so many ults in this push to get the 2-0, it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to get it past the precipice.
10 seconds remain here. A lot of damage from that firebomb on the Jake B and on Prince Danny. So much damage onto the bear. Trying just around the corner. Jake B is too low. He's going to be forced out. Panda Global is going to hold on 1-1. They keep 2 ultimates on the side of AGG. 1 ultimate for Panda Global, but it is a big one. Ancient Rage is primed and ready to go. The Cauterize 2 online for Jake B and Rovenik. Record 2 for Prince Danny. Toonie hitting the mark on the Cauterize 2. Smidgen has yet to buy an item, but I assume he'll go in the Cauterize 2 as he has enough credits for it. And he will. Z1 Unknown as well with the Cauterize pressure here. So Bubble Boy will be struggling a little bit more to keep his team alive.
Seemed like maybe there was some dissident kind of conversations about what to actually do at that last push. I saw Rovenik just diving in. They had already used so many ultimates, and maybe there was a should we go, should we not? Maybe one made the call to, maybe one made the call to not. And it just seemed at the end of the day, it was almost a desperation, let's get there, when it was pretty obvious that after, you know, Bubble Boy and Torvald had died, that there was not going to be any way to do it. So I wonder if that will affect this fight. They've got to trust each other here. Panda Global, they're going to have to come through, and AGG know that. And so if AGG here end up getting, I don't know, a little bit of stuff going on within the team, may give Panda Global another chance, but so far so good for them on the objective.
Actually took a lot of damage, a lot of self-damage from his firebomb there. Just slowly, methodically moving around the outside of this team fight, AGG. picking apart low members of Panda Global. 39% already on the point. Heat Haze is ready to go. So nice ultimate coverage here from AGG to keep this pressure split up. Big burst damage comes around the corner. Jake B unseen, putting a lot of damage into Panda Global right now. The grenade is going to go down. He's just going for it. The Torvald damp is there, but that grenade is not going to hit the mark. It's not going to be good if he makes it out of the damage camp. Jake B somehow stays alive.
With 64 health, and now he's finally got a couple of heals from Maldamba, and he's able to keep running around in the back line. Prince Danny TV largely ignored, and the objective, it has not been by HEG. 2-1 for them goes the score. They will take the lead. 2 minutes and 23 seconds now for them to push. They want to get this one to completion because that gives them a huge edge going on into this game. And of course, they weren't able to do it last time. Will Panda Global be able to defend yet again?
Big aim coming out from Torvald, landing onto Mako before it gets into the shell shield, but Rovanik has already gone down. Jake B continue to lay a lot of pressure fire down there. Barrage around the corner will pick up Smidgen. He's going to cancel the final shield. Retain 21% of that Ultimarch. Keep this Drogos in his cage. Doesn't want to let him run free. Jake B finds another kill. Absolutely lights out performance from him right now.
11 streak for Jake B. And this Code Green Victor never looked so good. It takes Kakanuk down to the air with the help of a finishing touch by Barrick, played by Rovanik here. Yang Clone up in the top, healing up the Tyra. But here's the Makoa, who's got out in the Dread Serpent. Can't even Ancient Rage if he had wanted to, and if it was available. He's not going to win this fight with the Crossfire, though. You see the grenade falls limply by his side, but Bubble Boy is here. Dread Serpent already used. Here's the Hyper Beam as well. Yang, Dimensional Link will save her life for a moment. Smidgen will fall, though, and Kakanuk looks like he's in between. Just absolutely no answers.
Oh no, Bubble Boy with the stun! ASDF Master again, not able to get that Ancient Rage off.
Wow.
Beautiful play there from Bubble Boy. Nice control on this Maldamba.
Yeah, and that's just so important too. ASDF Master had the Ancient Rage for several opportunities, but just wasn't able to get out of the CC to do so, and has no way to get into the Resilience now that he's bought Haven. He's gone for Haven too, so is Kakanuk, trying to get rid of Jake B's pressure, as well as Prince Danny TV, who's largely, I think, going after the Drogos in this fight.
You can see the credit worth starting to stack up in a big way in favor of AGG Tooney and Rovanik, both with their Cauterized 3 online, but Rovanik has the Master riding over him and still 300 credits in hand. So those 600 credits total from both of those payloads. Gonna put those luxury items on the board for AGG, the things like the Kill, the Heals, and the Havens.
Yeah, Chronos 3, unbelievably expensive item. To have that at the start of round 3 even is exceptional. So Bubble Boy getting a ton of credits. There's Kakanuk's Dragon Punch. Rovanik already down, and now El Zulu will fall as well. AGG crumbling a little bit here. Bubble Boy will fall thanks to Z1 Unknown in the back line. And now Panda Global with the 42% advantage. Danny goes down as well. Z1 Unknown trying to change things up for him in the squad.
Gorgeous reversal. And frankly, you know, one of my favorite players to watch, I think one of the best in North America, has been quiet in the past couple of weeks. He hasn't been on super impactful performances. Panda Global, though, they do sneak away the payload here in the 3rd round with a chance to tie things up.
That could have mattered a lot. I mean, he was literally inches from being able to contest that overtime, and Jake B did not hit those 2 shots that would have dismounted him and meant like a for sure GG, you're not getting to the payload. So Jake B kind of, is Z1 Unknown, excuse me, comes out with a pretty lucky set of occurrences there. Panda Global still alive in this match, 2-3, 2 minutes left for the push.
Heat Haze is online, as well as the Illusory Rift. For Panda Global's Ying Crossfire is almost there. 1minute and 55 remaining. They need to be careful. Already given up half of this payload push. They don't look to defend too far away from their base, but Danny will go down. Z1 Unknown starting to swing his round into his team's favor.
And the Gourd could be very, very powerful against that clumped up group of enemies, but he'll use it for the heal instead of the damage opportunity. Bubble Boy with a nice turnaround Mending Spirits as well. Looks for the stun, can't find it. Oh, the reversal from Z1 Unknown will come back to haunt him though. He fed it with the extra damage, and that might have been just what killed him. Firebomb on the backside won't take El Zulu down, but Tooney's still ready to fire and follow up off of this crazy hook by Makoa. However, he's going to turn his attention to Prince Danny TV in the back line and just secure the most immediate threat.
Unfortunate there. Crossfire getting almost 0 value. Rovanik pushing forward. Tooney, while on the back foot, the lifesteal may be able to keep him alive for the time being. 300 HP to his name. Nobody around to pressure him out just yet, so he will be alive and safe. There he goes into the corner, tries to get up the ramp, but Jake B spots him out, takes him before he can get back to the safety of his team. So Panda Global doesn't take that much longer to get this push back onto the ground. And Crossfire is a hard ultimate to use. It's very difficult. It's almost like Buck Wild, where it can be very easily skunked, as you know, both those characters completely vulnerable to CC, as well as they don't do great against shield. If you're not keeping attention of the shield rotation, you can get completely wrecked.
To be a masterclass Tyro, it takes a lot. No movement skill, no CC immunity on the ult. A lot of plays have to go your way. A lot of coordination has to be on your side. And of course, if a triple kill by your teammate Z1 Unknown ends up working out in your favor, then, well, your ultimates are probably going to look a lot better. Make it 4. Quadra kill delayed for Z1 Unknown here on the push. Prince Danny TV tries to feed his kill meter, but he will go down in the process, and it will be a 3-3 tie for Panda Global here.
There he is. I mean, that's one of Panda Global's stars. He used to play for Team Eager. Z1 Unknown takes control of that round, keeps his team alive with a lot of big plays, a lot of huge critical kills in the back line for Androxus, the flanker. Has the Cauterize 3, so he's able to just kind of, be independent. He doesn't need really a lot of help, doesn't need any additional burst damage, as he's shutting down nearly all of the healing on his targets.
Unbelievable kind of occurrence here. We knew this set was going to be tight, but with AGG coming out in front so quickly, it seemed like they were going to repeat the same circumstances as last time and take the lead over Panda. But now, with a resurgence, with a point capture, now a push, it seems like everything is tied up, and it's now all come down to this last point fight. 12 minutes in the game thus far. They've battled, they've become completely even. On the backside, Toonie firing long range with first blood. Will find the first blood. Kakanuk will take down Jake B. Now, he's looking for blood out here, trying to find a tank, but he will find the healer, and that can be that much more important. Misses the fire spin, goes back up into the air, though, and now Salvo primed and ready, finds El Zulu. The shield from Torvald largely down, and he will be vulnerable to anything that comes chasing after him.
Hooked out now. That's the hyper beam, but not much health to his name, waiting, praying for Bubble Boy to return. He's going to throw out the long distance score to transport their Torvald. Miscommunication, they're staying out of line of sight of each other, so this heal is going to be later and later. Panda Global, 57% on the point. AGG, they need to make a move and fast.
Toonie in the back line yet again, finds El Zulu, wants to pepper him with a couple of shots from range. There's the Dread Serpent for Bubble Boy. Largely will not find a kill, but here's Crossfire, knowing that so much is down, but look, the CC immunity means so much, and Torvald, he will fall. The Hyper Beam delaying the inevitable. The Hunter's Mark comes out onto the flanker in the back line, Prince Danny TV, and he will fall as well. Panda Global might have just turned this around. In fact, they have. They take the 4-3 win over Team AGG. The bottom seed beats the third seed and takes game 1 in the set.
Big play from everyone there, frankly, but Z1 Unknown, the star of that game, I think the MVP. So many clutch kills to get not only the conversion to tie things up, but again, 2 clutch kills there at the very end to drive it home. 24 and 13, 64,000 damage, almost top on his team, which is very difficult to do when you've got, spray and pray and high AoE pressure characters like Drogos and like Tyra contending with you.
And that push largely comes off the back of Z1 Unknown's Quadra kill, which was a result of an accursed arm he decided to do at the very end stages of the push when it wasn't clear if they were going to make it work or not. If he doesn't get those 3 kills, that push is irrelevant. But he made it happen. He made the choice. He took the risk, and it paid off big time. Maps are ready for game number 2. Let's check them out.
Jake B going pretty big in that game, but getting shut down at the end was huge for AGG. They kind of had him snuffed out. Stone Keep is the selection. Another great map for flankers. For Androxus specifically, we'll go ahead and send you right into the champion draft to see who's going to come out on top, who's going to get what they want. Can they keep... I mean, I like that Panda Global can... I like Z1 Unknown, first of all, on the Androxus, and I like that Panda Global are taking Danny away from his comfort zone. Not that he's doing poor on Shaolin, but he takes over the game on Androxus.
Yeah, he absolutely can. And to me, it's been more like, even given the opportunity, he seems to maybe sometimes lean to Shaolin, maybe sometimes lean to Androxus, but they're forcing the Shaolin. They're taking it away very, very early. We saw a second pick Androxus, and if they're going to do the same thing here, I wouldn't be surprised. The Drogos was a big difference maker, though, for Panda Global, and if they're able to have him, I think that's going to be a valuable thing. But if they give it up here, I don't know if AGG will let it slip in their next 2 picks. But they do follow suit with the Makoa and the Androxus is the biggest part of their game plan.
High prioritization on this character in this map. The mobility is very important. There's a lot of high ground, a lot of even third-tier high ground that very few characters have the ability to get up onto from the point. Shaolin, though, will be the selection for AGG. I don't know
They
that
had
that
to
needs
go
to
Baron.
go. I don't know that Shaolin needs to go that early because I expect because
agreed.
Z1 plays Androxus and Shaolin for Panda Global, so he's not going to be able to play both.
No, I agree. I think the Barrack early
Unless
is more
they put
of a...
Jake B on it.
They're scared the Panda Global with this is going to be able to take a Barrack, and then their secondary support for Torvald, if they want to run that, would be either, you know, a Ruckus or a Fernando or a Nara, and they're just not comfortable with those picks. I think they just highly value Barrack in this meta, and they're just saying, we can't risk this not being available to support our Torvald.
Jake B is forced pretty deep into his champion pool here. He's going to have to go to the Cassie. Shaolin and Victor are his, you know, bread and butter champions that are in the meta. Cassie's a little bit out of the meta right now. I would say we don't see her picked up very often. In fact, it is most of the time either Jake B of AGG or Z1 Unknown of Panda Global that picked this character up.
This is just either bad drafting, I think, by AGG, or just a bad matchup in general with their teams. Because to have Drogos be such a valuable thing for Kakanuk, and for them to not have to take it till 5th, is just, to me, something went off there. Something went wrong. And it might just be that the fact that, you know, there's no notably incredible, gifted Drogos player that they feel is going to be better on Drogos than anybody else on the side of AGG, and it's just giving them a free, great pick.
Lack of champion pool, right? You got Z1 Unknown takes the Andro very early, so they got to get Danny on the Shaolin, and then Tooney able to take away the Victor away from Jake B, forcing him even deeper into his champion pool. But nonetheless, it's going to be recurve for Prince Danny's Shaolin exaction for Jake B. Robanik taking the Fortify for his character. Joe Bubble Boy going to have deep roots on the Grover. El Zulu with Build Study on the Torvald Smidgen. Taking Lifelike for his Ying Z1 Unknown. Takes Godslayer for Androxus Tooney. Gunnery on the Iron Sights. AFCF Master. Pluck for the Makoa. Kakanuk Wormjets on the Drogos. 3 caught, 2 record for Panda Global.
12% already for AGG, and Danny going for the back line here. Does anybody see what's happening with Danny? This is a very interesting position. He just seems to be very sneaky as a Shaolin. Wants to find the planet combo. Can't find it on the Yin. There it is. And that's an easy kill. Probably the easiest kill of the day for Prince Danny TV. And he just set up like a super agent there.
Wow.
3 in a row. And just sneaks in like a spy.
Huge payoff there from Prince Danny. He's risk. He's running the cooldown build as well. You can see how quickly he was able to get that Impale planted combination back after finding those kills. Bubble Boy coming with the axes over the top here. Looking for it. Deep Root's gonna miss, but 87% for AGG on the point already. Bubble Boy gonna be forced to back up. Almost gets the Deep Root shot here. Needs to be very careful here. Androxus gets rooted out. Z1 Unknown drives it home.
Now the thing about that movement, right? The thing about that was Danny was so responsible, I think, for the reason that ended up being in the favor of Team AGG for that long. But I don't know if that seems like a one-trick pony. I don't know if that's going to work again. I don't think that's part of the stratagem that they're going to be able to pull off consistently. In fact, if Danny goes down there, it's an easy 4v5. For Panda Global, who now still have control over the point. Overtime ticking away. Z1 Unknown finds 2, but Prince Danny follows up yet again with 2 of his own. And Danny gets another triple kill here in the heat haze. He's gotten so much damage off in this point fight. He's already got his ultimate.
Almost quadra kill there. Danny taking control of this first point fight, showing why it's so important that AGG get him on one of his comfort picks. Very impactful player when he is on either Androxus or Shaolin.
Shaolin's great on this map too. I love Shaolin on Stone Keep. It's a very long kind of push. There's a lot of wide sides. That's why Knessa Shaolin long range champions can do well here. And just the way that Danny used it, maybe he got himself a kind of a better point fight than usual because of those kind of really sneaky plays he did that people weren't expecting, a little risky. But now, even though they know what's coming, he's still going to be able to do damage from range. It's going to be hard to find him.
Danny takes Kakanuk out mid-flight, so nothing, no refund for missing that type of Dragon Punch. If you're taking out mid-flight, you'll have absolutely 0 charge coming out of base. The Whirlwind is ready for war.
Nice.
Launch here, 9 streak on the Grover, impaled into the wall. Danny finds a big pick on the Makoa.
Bubble Boy with these long-range axes, too, just hitting them and hitting them and hitting them and keeping the pressure on. 700, 800 damage here and there. It's putting a lot onto Panda Global to try and get in a safe space. Oh, but up in the air, Z1 Unknown says, let's get Danny out of the fight. He's largely been the difference maker, and we'll be able to snowball this a little bit better. Androxus, he's so much better once you get 4 people, to get the fight to 4 to 5, because then he can just start to take advantage of it like you're seeing here on your screen, just when you don't have enough to contend with them.
Jeez, 4 for nothing. Panda Global find a big stabilized play, but so close. The payload is maybe 5 or 10% of its path away from conversion, and a minute still remains from AGG. 3 ultimates on the board versus nothing for Panda Global here. Ancient Rage almost ready to go, but gonna have to be a really strong. Here comes the Whirlwind to keep everyone healthy from AGG.
Brent standing on the backside, wants to find something. Can't find anything yet. Missed the first shot on the arrow. Can't find the second either. Kakanuk waiting in the rafters for anyone to approach. She's got the fire spit, but Jake B here, he's got the roll. He's gonna try and finish off the Drogos, but Jake B will take the Dragon's Fury here over the side. Tooney will try to follow up on the kill. Throw a grenade. He will get some damage off, but may not be enough. Danny TV in Heat Haze. A triple kill for Danny. Doesn't get a quadra, but he's still looking for blood, and Danny is still alive, and that's been the problem.
Oh my god, triple kill for ASDF Master. Danny tried to stabilize, tried to pick off, so he would have known there. No damage went into that Ancient Raging Turtle. Big stabilizer for Panda Global. They will take this to round 2. I don't know if Tormo's going to be able to get onto the payload in time. 2 seconds remaining for him to do. He's rounding the corner. He does get there.
Wow. Got there. He's largely going to just die. And so you have to say, did we just feed them 3 champions worth of credits here? Maybe even 4. And unfortunately, they did. And that's kind of the thing that I've seen too as well. We saw that with AGG in the last game, and it was surprising, and they tried to push 2-0 and didn't really work, and you saw Rovnik on the barrack just run in there and die, and you're just like, I don't know. And now we see it happen yet again. So I don't know what this is and kind of committing. Sometimes I feel like they're lacking some of the patience to just recognize, like we see with Eager and Astral Authority, when something's lost.
Yeah, and actually, when I was playing with the guys from Astral Authority, when they have somebody super staggered like that, that's just a free kill, he was sitting almost at 1 shot, and Warden was actually calling out for everyone to tag him to get those 60 credits for the kill, which was something very interesting. If teams make use of that, 4 champions, 60 credits, 240 credits at the end of the game, that's almost a tier 1 item.
That's a huge swing, and that's a really important thing. Eliminations giving you the credits as well. Just getting those hardcore kills, last shots, giving you a little bit of extra bump. So you want to know to the backside, 12 streak for him. He was a large part of that hold. The Bubble Boy is finding the corners, and now, big 2 shots. Already 1,500 damage on the Bubble Boy. He will fall thanks to the great hook by ASDF Master, who goes down right after that. Jake B will largely ignore this, but perfect timing. El Zulu just pops his head, gives you one unknown a perfect target to just dump 3K damage into.
27% for Panda Global, 30% for AGG, but Kakanuk with a nice salvo across the map is going to pick up Jake B. 45%, and this might be enough. The zone could be strong enough here. Nobody really moving out. ASDF just now getting dismounted. Nice hook there, finds the victor, but unable to pick up that kill. Here's a hyper beam from El Zulu trying to get everyone cleared off the point. It's going to do its job for a little bit, but Z1 Unknown on a 17 streak is going to be struggling to get through this dome shield. Good job from AGG to be able to get back on.
Yeah, just using 2 ultimates, not necessarily to kill anyone, but just to get the rhythm back into their favor. Tooney, though, just with his damage from Victor, so effective. Takes down Jake B. Prince Danny TV, though, takes down the Drogos, and a great shell shield will save ASDF Master from a large amount of damage Danny would have put onto him, but this upper ledge is his, man. And you're right, Nick, they're making a big mistake here. They're not on the point. They think they can finish this off, but it may just give them enough chance to come back in here and put in overtime.
Might be ASDF.
They're not on the point again.
Positioning for him, giving Panda Global a lot of opportunities. Here comes Makoa off the top rope. He's going to be able to get the overtime started.
This could come back to haunt them. We're not sure, though. It does seem like they've largely decided to stay away, and in fact, they've kind of forced out a Heat Haze from Prince Danny TV. Not the most value ultimate that you're worried about getting here, and especially with the start of the round, 2 minutes left, he's still going to be able to have it. What this does mean, though, is he didn't build a lot of momentum from that, so this push could get stalled relatively quickly.
Big damage from Bubble Boy across the map. Preventing this Drogos, that's the area denial that Grover can bring. Just anytime you poke your head out from a long distance way, you know you're getting zoned, you risk taking, 800 to 1,000 damage. Needs to get up on this high ground. Nice bind, but miscommunication there. Cass is actually rolling away from her healer at this point. Just wants to get out of combat. Nice fortified barrack to try and hold this room down, but it's very punishable by Drogos. 2 picks already given up from AGG. They're going to need to back off.
Jake B rolling away again and looking to stay healthy. Bubble Boy doing his best to keep him and all of his teammates alive. And here's another Z1 Unknown ultimate. Tries to find 1, hits 2. Can't finish it off, though. Rovnik will survive the day and find find himself to play yet again, but not sure if El Zulu can say the same about this Dragon Punch. Straight to Torvald's booty he goes, and the Dragon will claim the Granddad for a moment. Prince Danny TV very low, fighting against ASDF Master, who's actually not going to pursue him down into the Cathedral.
My wounds won't hold me
Popping back
back.
up now, out of combat, healing up. You want to know with a good angle here. A lot of burst damage coming through, a big reversal. He's going to whip Danny, but he's just going to get out of combat, heal up, continue to do the flanker work.
Tooney sitting in the back line, just free firing here. 58 seconds left. These teams have a moment to just kind of assess their situations. They want to find picks. Again, it's going to be to the advantage of Team Panda Global to just sit here and get them low, make sure that when they do try to commit, they're basically half health and easy to finish off. Right now, though, AGG have to find a way to get a pick early onto Panda Global, like Tooney here. If he's just a little too far ahead, and be able to kind of make sure you set yourself up to move forward with a man advantage. That's what these 27 seconds are going to lead up to. And look, on the right-hand side, there is a flank. Tooney doesn't see it coming, though.
20 seconds remain here. Tooney putting a lot of damage in that barricade shield, but he's going to go down. 2 kills the way of AGG early. Kakarnak able to answer back on 1, but a double kill from Jake B. Here comes the Drogos back up onto the high ground. So you want to know, needs to go big.
That's what they needed. This is exactly the play that AGG needed to make, and seems like they've made it. Jake B on a 4 streak here. Tooney, largest surprise. Oh, double kill from Jake B. Hyper Beam forced out by Torvald. Jake B and Prince Danny TV combo for an insane amount of burst, and the Ancient Rage from ASDF Master trying to stall this push, but it is successful, and AGG looking to try and make it a 4-1 and win this next game.
All right, so AGG, the items coming through here, the Cauterize, big time for Rovnik, already at the 3 mark. El Zulu on the Cauterize 2, Jake B, Cauterize 2, as well as Kronos 2. So big investments from Jake B, getting a lot of credits here. Goes into the kill to heal as well. Big snowball potential. I mean, if he didn't have it already, Tooney does get the Cauterize 3 as well as Smidge, and Z1 Unknown is almost there as well. So it's going to be difficult to get those kill to heals off, but that's a very risk reward item. If you do get it off on Cauterize, that item is going to win you the fight.
Now, if you're watching, a little confused on the top, left, and right, the scores are actually switched. So Panda Global has won the first game. AGG winning here would tie things up and not take a 2-0 lead. So it is up to AGG. Their backs are against the wall. They need to find the victory, and that is why things are going as they are. 3-1 for them. But Kakarnak trying to just secure this win for him and his team to force another set and maybe push themselves into a higher seed going into the gauntlet. Jake B, though, doing everything he can to stop that.
Danny just disregarded Kakarnak on the backline here. Kakarnak finds the triple kill. Looking for the long-range stun instead. Jake B gets hooked out and punished.
Nice hook there. Kakarnak still worm jetsing away, but falls. And thanks to Tooney's damage, it will be Rovnik who falls to the last hit by ASDF on the Makoa. 85% by Panda Global, Nick. This could be the full reset. If they get one more percentage here, it's going to be the end. And the Cursed Arm here trying to get Bubble Boy down. Great decision-making by Z1 Unknown. He just takes away the sustain from their team. Look at these snapshots, trying to make the plays, but Prince Danny TV says, hype moves, kid. Let me just, hold on. Let me hit this Impaler arrow real quick. And finishes him off with ease. 63% now for AGG. But Panda Global are on the precipice of resetting this.
Oh, El Zulu goes down. Danny does manage to find himself dead once again. Kakarnak comes in with a big fire spit to clean up Bubble Boy here, and Panda Global come away with it. Nice stuff from them to be able to stabilize this after getting converted on being down so much in both games. Panda Global, very great resolve from them not to be down now.
They're the ones that need to come through here in this set. It seems like AGG, you know, obviously in that position of kind of confidence already, having beaten Panda Global before, are the ones who can almost sit on their laurels and expect to do the same thing and have the same result. But that is, you know, not what Panda Global are trying to bring to the table. Kakarnak getting this Drogos almost for free as the 5th pick in the draft, showing that he knows how to play this champion, making a difference, and giving Z1 Unknown the type of space that he needs to go ahead and keep finishing off these kills.
Cleaned up there, big reversal could come through, but a nice roll from Drake B. Timing attack there. Cleans up Z1 Unknown. This is the type of performance we needed to see from Panda Global. They've been so quiet since week 1 of the Open qualifiers, almost 7 weeks ago now, and this is where we need to see them make their stand. Show that they have something to bring to the gauntlet.
When they first were there by the name Xenasi, they surprised a lot of people there. Tooney running away as that Victor, just doing his jog and staying fit, staying healthy, staying in battle. And he will eventually fall to Rovnik, who seemed to be waiting for him on that side. Z1 Unknown fires a reversal, hits Jake B for quite a lot of damage, but he will fall as well. Prince Danny TV and Rovnik just sitting in the hallway of the cathedral, just cleaning people up.
Need to find that very elusive conversion, however, to get things tied up. AGG will continue to lead. They won't win here off the defense. Won't going to get that defense point. Illusory Rift, ready for Panda Global. Barrage, Ancient Rage, almost there on the Accursed Arm. So a lot of ultimates. If they all find value, Panda Global might be able to punch this through with just one more team fight.
Important to see Jake B here on the defense. It's a Yang clone, doesn't hit Yang. That could have changed a lot of things here. 30 seconds left. They've still got their healer to keep them healthy. Smidgen in the back line as well. Largely kind of unexplored today. Doing a good job of getting focused down now. Rovnik and Prince Danny TV and Bubble Boy will find a share in the celebration and find kills of their own. 15 seconds left. Largely this push has been stunted.
Yeah, absolutely. And when there is no one from the offensive team on the payload, we'll start to slowly roll backwards. So it was sitting at 60, almost 70% of the way there, but now it's moving under 50. So it's going to be a long shot here for Panda Global, but they just like to let it go too much. They want to retain their ultimates as well. They don't want to, you would almost bait yourself, I think. You put yourself in best case scenario. You get there, you get the overtime, you start get rolling, you get hope for yourself built up, and maybe lay down all the ultimates. So Panda Global want to slow play here, have faith in themselves. They have faith in their point fight. Big Haven purchases coming out from Panda Global. Does mitigate every single member of AGG. So this could start to swing. I mean, we saw Haven used to be meta. It did receive that 3% nerf per level. But still gonna be a factor at the level 2, at the level 3 mark.
They're saying we don't want any extra healing. Kakanuk has a little bit of extra credits to spend. Could go for like a life rip here, which is I think underrated for blasters, considering they hit so hard. That life rip actually gains the most value from their basic attacks. However, elects for just the morale boost 1, maybe gets morale boost 2 if this fight continues. He knows that if they're going to keep this thing going, they're going to keep having a push as well. So Kakanuk with that morale boost willingly uses the ultimate, but Prince Danny TV escapes with his life there. That's not what he wanted. Tooney, great barrage as well. A lot of ults coming here from Panda Global. Only the Ancient Rage remains for them.
Nice dodge there. Tooney forces Danny into the Heat Days and then just leaves. Danny does manage to pick up Z1 Unknown, however, which is going to get him value for that ultimate, but does get punished. Fire spit from Kakanuk's going to clean out Ancient Rage on the point.
And that's exactly when they wanted to use it, right when AGG were trying to restabilize. And into the back line goes Z1 Unknown. He's not focusing on Bubble Boy. In fact, he doesn't need to, because ASDF is just going to pull him back and say, get over here for a second, boy. But they do not finish him off. Rovnik, though, another story.
More big ultimates here. Z1 Unknown with a triple kill off that Accursed Arm. Solid stuff from Z1 Unknown. Nice little rocket jump from Kakanuk to get up onto the high ground without thrust. Panda Global, the faith has been well-deserved in their point fight. They take third payload of the game.
Okay, Kakanuk just showing the little things that he knows about Drogos. And, I think if these drafts come down to be a deciding factor, I'm going to say, how did you let a guy who, knows the mechanics of rocket jumping and one of the better champions in the game here, just take that so simply without prioritizing it yourself?
What was that, 10th pick?
Was that last pick?
10th pick.
The last pick. And to me, I think you just have to look at AGG if they do have to point to anything, not how they played, maybe just what they set themselves up for, giving Panda Global just too many tools without any cost.
Minute 46 remaining here. 2 ultimates on the board for AGG. Hyper Beam. Scout just now used, actually from Cassidy, gained value in vision of everyone on the low ground. There's an impaler from Danny just trying to poke out. Look for something, anything, but on the back foot right now, AGG. Jake B poked low to about half health here. Needs to back up. Already sitting at 60%. Here comes the Dragon Punch, primed and ready. It's looking for one, but Danny just...
with a Torvald shield.
Big plays there. Goes into the planet with the damage amp. Picks him off around the corner. Beautiful stuff there. Smidgen will go down, however. Jake B finding some clutch pickups.
Really good combination there by El Zulu to just boost Danny and just give him the extra damage amp on the planet nonetheless. as if Planet needed 40% more damage to do the job. That's a scary, scary combination. And so Shaolin, Prince Standing TV, continues his ways of being just an excellent standout in this game. He's been a big difference maker for AGG, and why they've been able to stabilize, why they've had the early game advantage, largely thanks to his triple kill at the first point, which is what now really separates these teams. Yet there's no separation here, Nick. It's 3-3. Panda Global have a chance to win. AGG, with their backs against the walls, find their tank Robonik going down. This could be Panda Global taking the 2-0 in this set here, and actually forcing another set.
ASDF Master staying alive in that engagement was so big. There's a nice hyper beam though. Scatter everyone from Panda Global off the point. Whirlwind though, Cauterize 3 is going to shut down all this healing from Grover. Bubble Boy couldn't get it done. The Dome Shield is going to be big for stabilization. There's an Ancient Rage trying to rip through these tanks, but there's so much shielding in the face of this one.
Oh, they finished him off. Oh my God, this is it. Panda Global, they did it. They took down AGG. They reset it. They tie things up here. And so from my understanding, we'll go to the standings here, but this means that they're going to have to play one more to see who...
They forced the tie there, 1-5, 1-5, and head-to-head is tied up as well. 6-0, Astro Authority sitting up there beautifully at the top. Send y'all to the schedule here, and tiebreaker, AGG versus Panda Global. Someone has got to come away with it. Panda Global with momentum on their side.
This is very, very interesting here.
Hype.
There was a lot of opportunities for this to happen today between both scenarios, but I don't think anyone's surprised that this was the scenario that took place. Panda Global coming back just like the Interlopers and showing, hey,
wow,
you know,
Smidgen's healing.
We know what we're doing. Oh my gosh.
134K. More than doubling Bubble Boy, but Bubble Boy on the Grover is not expected to keep up with Ying, bringing more control with the deep roots and the damage as well. And Kakanuk, Tooney on their favorite damage character, Z1 Unknown in a very comfortable position as well. Just so much damage coming through from everyone on Panda Global. Beautiful stuff there. ASDF Master staying alive. Actually, he was down at like 150 HP. Him staying alive was a big factor there in that push. Was able to get healed up. Nice hook to get them the initial pick. The Ancient Rage under the Dome Shield that actually ripped through both of the tanks. Just flawless stuff from one of the new roster members. Yeah, great to see new players here. And of course, we've been your casters for a long time. But if you want to see some new casters, you got to check out The Caster. It's a new reality TV show by High Res Studios. $10,000 in prizing. You can check out all of the opportunities to maybe participate on your end or just watch it. And when it goes live at thecaster.tv. Now, for those of you not sure how we're going to be doing this, we will have a tiebreaker between AGG and Panda Global. It will not be a set. It will be one game only. Oh boy. And they will be playing for all the marbles here. Third or fourth will be determined. And placing in the gauntlet means one more game or not against the Open Gauntlet qualifier, which could be some scary, very talented people as well who just weren't in the top 4 when this whole thing started. Don't go anywhere. We have a 5-minute break before we bring you the finale of today's North American Week 3 Masters qualifiers. We'll see you in just a sec.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen,
It's intense tiebreaker music.
to the tiebreaker. It's our new show after the caster.
that was
the tiebreaker.
The tiebreaker.tv.
The tiebreaker.tv if you guys want to watch it here. In fact, we got AGG picking Torvald up first here. We're in the champion draft for the game that will decide a lot of things potentially for, especially if one of these teams lose to the Gauntlet Open Qualifier. They'll be thinking, man, if only I'd had that third seed, maybe, you know, had a bit of an easier time again. But you don't know what is going to show up for you, so might as well give yourself less games to play and more chances to just seal the deal with one win. That's what these two teams have to do here. Panda Global with the Androx's Makoa yet again, and AGG mixing it up with an early Tyra.
Early Tyra as well. Shaolin for likely Prince Danny. For AGG, 2 more picks to respond. No healers selected just yet. I assume they'll go into it to keep their last spot open for counters. Barrick still available for Panda Global. It will take the victor away.
Take Yang. Or Maldamba. Wow, he took Pip. So this is interesting, right? Because, you know, you need a healer, and most likely you would want another front line. So they finally do take the Drogos. I was just not counting Drogos in their lineup. So they finally take it away. But they have no flank pressure. They have no backline pressure.
You
Jaguar
take
falls.
Maldamba still?
So it's close. It's close, man. That ultimate is really good.
It is really good on here. And
I would.
Brings plenty of damage, plenty of area damage, I think, to warrant Maldamba being okay to go into. And Panda Global, they're going to agree with us.
Yep. So they've got, largely, in my opinion, man, it's tough. I think these are pretty balanced. Because Drogos is on this side, on AGC's side, I think the ultimates are kind of relatively even here, too. Maybe a slight edge to Panda.
Personally, I actually like Panda's draft a little bit better. The Tyra and the Drogos are good for punishing clumping, but I just don't think we're going to see a lot of that. They've got the Pip and the Androx. There's a lot of mobility to move around with. Tooney on the Tyra going to take first blood, try and keep himself sustained. Z1 unknown currently with Desert Shadow selected for Shaolin. Lifelike for Smidgen. Ian Kakana takes Worm Jets for his Drogos. ASDF Master Field Study for the Torvald.
And Jake B on Victor going to take Gunnery here. Prince Danny TV for AGG going to take Darkstalker for his Androxus. Bubble Boy, Ripen Gourd for Maldamba. Rovnik will take Catalyst for Pip, doing a lot of damage here. And El Zulu will end up taking Half Shell for himself.
Got 2 cauterizes and a wrecker for Jake B. He's got to have a lot of
so they were actually switched at the start. I think that's what happened. Panda Global was on the other side as AGG. So AGG's lineup is actually what we thought was Panda Global's lineup. So starting this game off, it does seem that maybe AGG with the draft here have a little bit of an advantage in Nick and I's eyes. We'll see if that turns to pay off. Solo Torvald here by himself, doing a lot of work. They find 1 kill, but he goes down right away.
Tyra on the point. Big fire spit damage comes through. Jake B takes down Smidgen from a distance. Planted. Z1 Unknown comes out on top of Prince Tanny, but trading out kill for kill for kill. Jake B does come away with that one. Salvo primed. Not going to come out here, Half Shell. Just leave it up. The more you damage it, the sooner it comes back.
Very, very important. Again, they do take the Drogos. Kakana will be on that. Feels comfortable. 45% though, so far. And it does seem that there is a bit of a issue here in terms of finding the Drogos' answer for this point fight yet again. Z1 Unknown getting chased down by Prince Danny TV. And he's going to miss the reversal. The Impale does hit him back, though, but he's going to another step away with Darkstalker.
Pulled 2 people off the point. E-Haste to get himself back in. 69% on the point for Panda Global. AGG only with 21%. The Half Shell is down, but there's a crossfire from Tyra. So much constant pressure being kept up from AGG.
And they're going to try to keep this going here. They've got a decent advantage on the point capture, and they're going to continue trying to hold that advantage. Jake B getting healed up by the Maldamba, and you just see over on the backside there, Rovnik playing his Pip and doing well. So it does look like Rovnik, El Zulu, Prince Danny, Bubble Boy, the squad of AGG will take the first objective.
2 minutes and 20 seconds remain here. Jake B on a 6 streak, moving around to the flanks. Big grenade could come through here, but he's stunned out. Z1 Unknown finds 2 kills. Prince Danny goes down, and Jake B goes down. Here comes the weightless around to keep himself alive, but the pressure is so much. There is a lot of damage. You find yourself out of position for mere moments. You're going to be punished for upwards of thousands of damage.
Absolutely. So here you see on the back foot in terms of defending will be Team Panda Global, although it does say on the screen currently that they are winning. They're actually, it is AGG who is in command. And as you can recognize on Prince Danny TV with the AGG marker there, definitely one of those names you know belongs to that team, and he will be escorting this payload, which he and his team won previous, trying to just zone out Panda Global, who have fought to get this to a tiebreaker here. And really now both teams even out, trying to make it happen. There's an Evil Mojo. Kakanuk in the air, wants to find a Dragon Punch, and will takes down Jake B.
No kills coming off the back of that Panda Global. Evil Mojo there, Z1Unknown finding yet another kill. Kakanuk trying to get this rocket over the top of the shell shield, but he won't be able to get it done.
Look at this, man. Pretty incredible stuff here coming out. And of course, being able to play this Drogos at a high level has been one of the strengths of Panda Global's drafting. It's been one of the weaknesses of AGG's drafting as well, kind of letting that go to Kakanuk basically every single game without really putting too much pressure themselves to want to grab it. So you want to know? Wow, nice Torvald bubble.
Shaolin skin. I like it. The Radiant chest exclusive, 30% off. Go get it.
Really lucky nether step there by Prince Danny TV too. Almost got caught out by the Impale planted combo from Z1Unknown, but now he's found himself in a bad spot. Pit jumping forward, aiming at the ground, finishing him off. Toonie though, oh, he's gonna feed a really big reversal, and now he's chasing down the Ying, but she's gonna stay alive quite easily with the Torvald bubble and the dimensional link. And so Smidgen will finally fall. He did 134,000 healing last game, but he's going to be shut down for the moment.
13 seconds remaining. Broken the base now. Finally, the payload. Only 10% more to go. Big long range hook on to Kakanuk. Is it enough? Z1Unknown trying to hunt him down. Completely off the map right now. Might run out of booster fuel. Will go down to Prince Danny. Hyper Beam comes through at the same time as Ancient Rage. Dread Serpent is still here. Nice stun from Bubble Boy.
Huge stuff there. The gourd ready, but that stun was as good as it gets. And they feel good about this one. 2-0 Jaguar falls. Coming out here just to talk about, you know, really the impact that I think we see the drafting take place here. We said that they had a little bit of a stronger lineup, the disruption that they have, not only in the Dread Serpents, but Bubble Boy showed it there. When you bring Maldama to a team, you have the opportunity, doesn't mean you always hit him, but to get those crucial stuns, that can make the difference.
All they've got is the Torvald bubble as well for peel, so when these squishy damage dealers are getting caught out, the Tyra and the Victor and the Shaolin, there's not a lot to try and save them.
So AGG here, clearly in the 2-0, sides correct, and we're now just taking a look at the items going through. Jake B running a couple of wreckers, tier 2 for that, and runs one rejuvenate, one morale boost as well. Wants that barrage up and ticking.
He will have it available as he rounds the corner here with his green Army Man hat, shooting down this hallway. He needs to be careful of these Drogos rockets flying through though. Eating one of those will spell his demise. 50% already on the point for AGG. Here comes a barrage from Jake B.
Huge stuff. Z1Unknown pops out. Heat Haze comes through. This is the game-changing moment here, and Z1's got to change the game. Can he find one? The Impale is there. Jake B goes down. Finds two. Jake B with the planet, but standing in the gourd despite getting slightly healed up. Most likely that card grounded in his kit. He will go down, but not after taking a couple down with him.
Feels like AGG lost that fight. Z1Unknown with a 3 kill, but still force their way off Bubble Boy and Koa. Able to get some chip damage here on the point, which is always good. Able to get themselves to 24%, 58% for Panda Global. Here comes the Evil Mojo moving in. Prince Danny trying to find some of these kills. Gets one on to Smidgen. Z1Unknown only able to find one return kill. And the clean sweep. AGG in a good spot to take their second payload with a chance to close out the set.
Depends how good this zone is. Kakanuk already kept busy with Prince Danny TV. If he falls, oh, this could be bad news bears. But AGG, despite that, seem to have built enough time here in front of them and secure the 3-0 lead. And it looks like it is all down to this push and defense. If AGG finish this off, they are going to be third in the Masters qualifiers. And if they do not, they will find themselves ready to face Panda Global yet again.
Comes the crossfire from Tyra. Looking for something, looking for anything. Finding a lot of damage, but getting poked out super low from the right flank there. Torvald's bubble as well as some Ying heals to keep her up. Here is the Dragon Punch to keep this pressure on AGG. Looking for something, looking for anything. Kakanuk, he's going to whiff. He's going to retain 30% of his charge and escape with his life.
Maybe did that on purpose, not sure. Didn't seem like he was actively really seeking one of those targets. Prince Danny TV can actually another step away, but will get caught. And oh! Nice. See ya later, bro. Gets booped off the map.
I've never seen that.
No, that was just like the hottest BM, the hottest shell spin, I think, of time right there. just sending him off the map to think about his transgressions. El Zulu.
I'm gonna tweet at him, see if he was actually even trying to, if he was conscious of that potentially happening.
Good Dread Serpent to zone, but doesn't get a lot of value from it there.
The hook broke there. He was trying to Dread Serpent whoever got hooked, but the hook actually broke on the wall there, so unfortunate. The follow-up was there, though. There's a nice hook on a Torvald. We'll go ahead and count that one.
Pip on a Torvald here, such a good counter, I think. Just the lack of mobility on this champion already, but somehow they find the Tyra to still be something that can be picked into these explosive flasks. And despite that, she has done a decent job. First Blood, largely getting her into the meta in a lot of more people's eyes than the Mercy kill did. So the lifesteal being very prominent. Here's Kakanuk, thankfully having some of that ultimate charge retained from last time, so he could pick up El Zulu here on the push.
Planet's gonna whip. Evil Mojo's ready, but Rovanik eating a lot of damage as he moves around, steps in the Gourd as well. Just can't get off the ground here. The Heat is gonna be able to get the Evil Mojo off.
He forced it.
The big Impaler arrow from Z1 Unknown shuts him down. Nothing off the back of that Evil Mojo. I don't know why he was in such a rush to get that off. Prince Danny on the backside does able to get himself two with the Accursed Arm. Harper Beam is here. Nothing he can do to save El Zulu, the turtle. He's gonna get a taste of his own medicine and go flying into the ocean.
Panda Global here, just cleaning things up, and wow, what incredible hold by these ultimates. And you know what, to me, Z1 Unknown just puts the nail in the coffin right there. Get the Pip out, they don't have the CC, they can't control the Tyra as well. I just think it's gonna be very, very difficult. But if they can get him very quickly, they can. And now with the Ancient Rage here, Nick, I don't know if they have enough sustain.
Oh no, back to the races. The Crossfires here trying to save it, doing anything, interrupts the recharge with a beautiful hook. There's the Dread Serpent finding the mark. The final member of Panda Global falls down. Can Smidgen stall? He's gonna go down to Prince Danny as well. The Planet is not gonna be enough from Z1 Unknown, and AGG take the W in the tiebreaker.
So Panda Global just kind of tie it up, only to lose yet again in the tiebreaker. AGG.
That's the life. We needed to see that out of him. We needed to see him take some wins, have some hope going into the gauntlet.
Absolutely, and that is the thing that can say, you know what, we can beat AGG. Right now, we've both beaten each other. We know if we draft well, if we do the right things, we could be okay. Now, you got to face the unknown potential of the Gauntlet Open Qualifier winner, which Panda Global will have to face, and AGG will face the winner of that game and see whoever comes up out of it. If it's likely to be Panda Global, they know how to deal with them, and if it's the Gauntlet Open Qualifier, may shake things up a bit, but I'm sure they feel confident now, being kind of the only one game away from making this land.
Z1 Unknown, the star of the show there for Panda Global. 2,000 credits, 24 and 8, 84 damage. 84,000 damage on the Shaolin. Stellar performance. Really doubling a lot of the credits on his team and beating everyone except El Zulu in the credit department. So Z1 Unknown, I think far and away the star player of this roster.
Did just such an incredible job. And congratulations to AGG, Panda Global for great games. Congrats to Astral and Eager as well for making sure you guys are qualified and your placements for the land. It's coming up in April.
Yep.
It's very soon. So we're excited to see you all here in Atlanta. But before we go to that weekend, which is coming up on the 6th and the 9th, this weekend, your last chance to get free champions. If you want to play them, you have the opportunity to see every single champion in the Paladins game at your own fingertips, using their skills, hanging out with them in the realm. This is last chance tonight.
Hanging out. Got a couple more things going for you as well. Remember, those Radiant chests are 30% off. Got the caster. Go sign up if you want to get involved in that. That's going to do it for the Masters Qualifiers.
That's right. It's been a great ride here. Hopefully you all have enjoyed it, but it doesn't mean the Paladins Esports is over. Again, we've got the Gauntlet coming up next weekend for Europe and North America, meaning that the 3rd and 4th teams here in both the EU and NA Masters Qualifiers will be facing off, the 4th team specifically, against the Gauntlet Open Qualifier winner, who has been running simultaneously along these 3 weeks with us. So we'll see a team who's kind of maybe been late to the races, maybe a lot of hidden talent get to be exposed, and see if they can kind of rise above even the squads we've been watching for the last weeks here in the premier event for High Res. And all that leading to the land in April 6th. We're really excited for all that's to come, but make sure you tune in next weekend for the Gauntlet. Going to be some exciting stuff. My name's been Rain Day. It's High Res Pretty here. From all of us at production here at Atlanta Studios, we wish you a happy Sunday. Remember to never give up, never stop gaming, and we'll see you all next time.